Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome to the ARC Pregame Show, presented by United Rentals.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics.
Welcome to the ARC Pregame Show, presented by United Rentals.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Beaver Stadium on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. My name, Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with my broadcast partner, Jordan Georgeson, and Riley the engineer, and Chris the scoreboard operator, to bring you today's National NorCal Division matchup between the host American River College Beavers and the visiting Shasta College Knights. And Jordan, we last talked after the Beavers lost to Fresno back on September 21st. That dropped their record to 1-2. Now they're 2-3. They're starting conference play, coming off a big win against Modesto. So what are your feelings as we go into this one here against the Shasta College Knights?
I mean, it feels crazy to call a game in mid-October a must-win game, but it kind of has that feeling to it with the slow start. And I know it's unfair to say a slow start, 2-3, and all three losses come to teams right now in the top 15 in the 3C2A rankings. But like we were kind of talking about off the air before the game, if you want to be in contention of hosting a bowl game or even making the playoffs,
sure,
I mean, you probably have to go on the road, but this feels like a game you need to come out and make a statement in, and a must-win. This is a Shasta team that's not going to, roll over lightly. They have a win over Diablo Valley, one of the teams that American River has lost to, so this is one of those games where the Beavers really need to come out kind of guns a-blazing and show that Modesto win wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, we'll talk about Shasta in a little bit. I want to go back to talk about the hometown Beavers now. When we left, as we said, 1-2, and they went on the road. They lost a game to San Mateo by a field goal, didn't score a lot of points, then kind of broke out last week. Jet Harris, the quarterback, kind of been up and down so far, put together a really good game 2 weeks ago, and the Beavers got the 31-20 win against Modesto they really needed to have. And so what do you think is the effect on Jet Harris as far as confidence concerned? Does it hurt him that they took a week off after that? How do you feel he'll be coming into this one?
I think that's the age-old question of does that bye week help or hurt him? I like to think that that's what's going to help him. Some of the AR teams we've seen in years past, it feels like this bye week is kind of a reset week, and for a quarterback that's kind of learning the ropes, maybe, getting that win, learning the offense a little bit. Maybe if you're Coach O, you're kind of looking at it going, okay, I can open up the playbook a little bit more. It felt like they kind of went to a little more of a simplified playbook in some of those second, third, fourth games of the season. So maybe this is your chance to open it up a little more. Maybe it gives you a little more confidence in them. And I think this is a type of thing where, I think Harris can turn this into a positive momentum, but it can really go either way. And I think these first couple drives are going to be what determines it for him.
Yeah, he was just over 50%, or about 55% completions, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, his total season numbers. But last game, 13 of 18 for 168, 2 touchdowns and no picks. So obviously that's an up thing. Another up thing is the Elias Brown, the E-Train. He has been fantastic, 84 carries, 530 yards. He was 20 carries for 150 in the game 2 weeks ago. We've seen him a couple of games. He has been impressive all season long coming out of Rockland High School. So coming off a big game, 20 and 150, do you think Coach O, to the effect he says, hey, look, I got a quarterback that's kind of feeling it pretty good, but I've got this guy, my bell cow, I'm going to rely on him.
And I definitely think you have to. I mean, he's coming into this one averaging 106.2 yards per game.
Yeah.
He has 5 touchdowns and 6.3 yards per carry. So this is a guy that's getting over half the yards needed for a first down every time he touches the ball. That's the type of weapon that you need to utilize as much as possible. And we've seen him do it out here. We've seen him do it in high school, where he's also effective in the passing game too. So having a guy like him that the quarterback can kind of fall back on, not only as, hey, you can establish the run a little bit, pound the rock, but also maybe a nice little check down to have a guy like him. That's something that gives your quarterback confidence. So I think if you're Coach O, you need to utilize this running game as much as possible to kind of help ease things for the quarterback.
Yeah, one of the guys we saw the last time we saw the Beavers in action, Akil Sohan, who hadn't played in the earlier games. He was filled a pretty big role in the last game we were at. He's also back in the backfield with TQ Wallace, a couple of other guys. But Brown, kind of the key. And as far as the wide receivers, Amari Baker, who missed a couple of games, is back now. He and Jaden Anderson giving Harris the kind of targets. He's hit him 33 times on the season for 500 yards. So obviously they're going to figure big in this one.
Yeah, definitely. The receiving game needs to step up, and having a weapon like Baker is going to help out. I mean, I know the tight ends have kind of been the main targets, but, a guy that you mentioned, Jaden Anderson, I mean, there are so many times where it feels like, maybe he only gets 2-3 yards per 2-3 receptions a game, but it always feels like they go for big plays, doesn't it? It feels like that's the 30-yard chunk play that you need to turn a drive upside down or flip the field position. He's just your type of explosive playmaker. He's a guy that you're going to need to try to find the ball in his hands. And now with a guy like Amari Baker back, it makes it a little harder to zero in on Anderson. So maybe that opens things up a little more for Harris having some more weapons at your disposal.
Well, I want to talk about the Shasta College Knights, but I also want to bring in the third member of our team. I believe he is down on the field. He said, I don't know how we hired this guy to be down on the field. We just found him somewhere. His name is Stones McCoy, and he's the broadcast. He's the legend. He's the patriarch of the Stones Broadcasting Network. Stones, you're on the field. How is it down there?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. You can feel the tension on both sides, actually. I've talked to both Coach Hamilton for Shasta College, talked to Coach O to start this game. They're both fired up. I was actually asking Coach O, what's your biggest concern about today? And he says, containing Levi Durrell, the quarterback for Shasta. So, they're already scheming. The game hasn't started yet. Everybody's left the field, but we're getting ready for a big, big game today.
Thank you, Stones McCoy. Stones will be visiting him down on the sidelines, and he leads us into our next topic pretty well, Jordan, and that is Levi Durrell and the Shasta College Knights, who come off a win 2 weeks ago against Diablo Valley College, who gave the Beavers one of their losses here. And Durrell has thrown for over 1,000 yards in just 4 games, and last game 2 weeks ago, he's 22 of 25 for 346. He has Jahari Johnson, number 1, is his prime target. They put together a really good passing attack. And here's the thing, Jordan. You look at the Beavers, and their defense has been a bailiwick of the first 3 seasons that we've been here. And that still, this year, they've got a really good defense. They only give up an average of 310 yards a game. But 2 weeks ago against Modesto, even though they came out with a win, over 500 yards allowed. And that's a dangerous combination or dangerous statistic when you look at Levi Durrell and what he's leading.
Yeah, and I know that, we saw this defense. This defense has really been the stronghold of this team these last couple of weeks. Been keeping them in some of these games, and it feels like they always buckle down when they need to the most, but that 500-yard thing is concerning. That's one of those where you really hope, hey, whatever happened there, we shed that going into this bye week, and it's gone. But, yeah, when you have a guy like Levi Durrell, his 4 games this year, it's been 2 great games, and then 2 games that, are a little eye-opening. He has 2 games where he threw 87% completion percentage and 88% completion percentage. In those games, he has 7 touchdowns against no interceptions. But in his other 2 games, he had a 45% completion percentage and a 42% completion percentage, and he has 1 touchdown, 1 pick in that. So it really is a question of which Levi Durrell are you going to be facing today, and how do you – it's not going to be just all Levi – throwing the ball around.
No.
What are you going to do defensively to force it to be a 45% game or a 42% game rather than one of those 88% games?
And we have seen that defense being able to put pressure on quarterbacks. In fact, it's a roughing the passer on one of those pressure plays in the Fresno game that really made a difference early in the season. But we have seen that, and that probably is the key. Like you talk about, a guy, if you want to keep him under 50%, you put pressure on him, you cover his main targets, and try to keep him off the scoreboard. Jason Abbey is their leading rusher, just under 300 yards on 70 74 carries. So, Jordan, we're just about ready to get going with this one. We've talked about it. We've talked about both teams offensively and defensively. The Knights, they average about 27 a game, 27 or 28. They give up about 25, so they're right there. So it looks like with the Beaver offense just starting to click, they should be able to put points on the board. So go ahead and give me, and this is not fair because I didn't alert you to this beforehand. Give me an X factor on the Beavers roster, somebody you think has to step up today or will step up today and make a difference.
I think it's got to be John Correa out of Rockland. He's already picked up his first Division I offer at Eastern Michigan during the offseason, or during the bye week, I guess I should say. I watched this kid play all last year, and I said he's a Division I caliber player that just didn't get a Division I offer. And the way he's put the pass rush and improved this pass rush and really kept it to what we saw from the year before. There were some questions about it, and he's picked up right where this left off as a true freshman, making an impact out there. I think if he can get to Durrell, get him with some happy feet, maybe have him thinking about it, I think he can be an X factor in this. It's like Al Davis used to always say, the opposing quarterback on the first drive of the game must go down and must go down hard, and I think John Correa is going to come in with that mentality.
That's a nice motto. He's Jordan Georgeson. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe. Stones McCoy down in the field. We'll have it all for you. Coming back after a short break, we'll have the kickoff as the American River College Beavers host Shasta College the Knights on YouTube, courtesy of the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
then
respond.
run away.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes.
Welcome to another American River College Athletics broadcast, coming to you live from Beaver Stadium on the beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. It's almost time for Beavers football. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth, to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action. It's Beaver football, and it starts now.
And good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, from Beaver Stadium on the campus of American River College. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with you. My partner's Jordan Georgeson. Stones McCoy is on the sidelines. Riley the engineer is hard at work. Chris is the scoreboard operator today, and I have to mention Matt Pearson, the PA guy. He really gets his feelings hurt if I don't mention that Matt's on the PA. Jordan, it looks like the Beavers won the toss. They are going to elect to defer and kick this one off to the Shasta College Knights, and we were talking about defense before the game, and it looks like the Beavers, if you go by who the captains were today, they're thinking about defense too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looked like it was 3 DBs and a lineman.
Yeah, Ken Tilford, Jarrett Quenga, Antonio Williams, and Trevane Robinson were the captains for the Beavers. And so they will kick it off. Number 41 is doing the honors. That is Cameron Smith. And he will send it down to the Knights. It's going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line, taken there. Coming up the left side, that is Silas, number 4. He's going to get around there and then caught before he gets back to the 20. A nice play by the Beavers to keep him inside the 20, 1st and 10. It looks like it'll be right on the 20-yard line.
And one thing we've liked about this Beaver team all year is the pursuit they showed. That looked like one where Silas kind of had a seam there, could have broken it, but the pursuit by the Beavers ends up making that kind of a nice defensive stop on that return.
Yeah, Marion Silas, number 4, out of Alexandria, Louisiana, is one of the leading receivers, 13 catches, 195 yards. He had a big game 2 weeks ago with 7 catches against Diablo Valley. Levi Durrell, the quarterback, number 10. He's got the single running back behind him. 2 out to the right. Pressure coming in. He's going to dump it off to the back, coming out of the backfield. It's the 15 to 20. That is Silas, actually, who lined up in the backfield and got a gain of about 3.
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to let Levi do is find a way to get into a rhythm out here, especially when he's coming off a 22 of 25 passing game.
Silas in the backfield usually lines up as the end, but he was in the backfield that time, swung it out and got the pass from Durrell. And now they're going to bring in number 11, Jason Abbey, who's the leading rusher on the ball club. Durrell also rushes for over 100 yards in the 4 games as well himself, so he is a dual threat. He's got 3 to the right to the short side. 2nd down, 7 to go. He's back to pass. Finds a guy coming out, but he's immediately tackled by the Beavers. A gain maybe of a yard, might have lost a yard. A big play by the Beaver defense.
That's a big hit there by Diallo Washington, a player that the Beavers have missed in these last couple weeks when he's been banged up. So nice to see him back out there helping out with this defense.
They're going to give him a gain of 1 on the play, so it's 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. Number 1, Jahari Johnson is split wide out to the right. Ken Tilford, one of the captains today, is on him one-on-one. A lot of room over here on the right side. Durrell in the shotgun. He's going to look to the left side, get it out at the 34. The catch, I believe, is made on a diving catch over there, and that will be a 1st down for the Shasta College Knights.
And Durrell's definitely starting to find his rhythm a little bit. If you're the Beavers, you need a big sack, big play right here, something to kind of disrupt that rhythm and get him out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah, he had some time to throw there. He had Johnson, as we said, out here to the right side, defended by Tilford, who is actually going to have to leave. I think there's a malfunction with the helmet. And we've got some substitutions coming on for the Beavers. It'll be a 1st down on the 33-yard line.
Looks like almost an entirely new defensive line in there for AR.
Maybe to get some fresh bodies in there, put some pressure as we have Silas behind quarterback Levi Durrell. That's a handoff middle. Actually, that was Abbey, number 11, and he's going to get up to about the 37, 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, set up a 2nd and 6.
A little bit of a change of pace there for the Knights.
They started at the 20-yard line, got a 1st down, and pushed it out to the 38-yard line. We 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Split wide right is Jahari Johnson. 24 catches, 485 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the season so far for Johnson. Going to hand off to Abbey. He's got no room, though. Closed down quickly by the Beavers. Maybe a gain of 1. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5.
It looked like that was number 40 right there. Colin Bray leading the charge for them, a freshman D lineman out of Placer High School. Seemed like he kind of turned around, got that one from behind, and John Correa coming in here for this big 3rd down.
Bray is a guy who he played his first game after being out all last year with an injury. He played his first game when we were here last time and had a couple of big plays in that one and has worked himself into the rotation for Coach O. On the defensive side, 3rd down, 5 to go, ball on the 39. We've got 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back behind Levi Durrell. Gets the shotgun snap. He's going to look to the right. He's going to let one fly for Silas down the right. It's defended well and out of bounds by Ken Tilford. A good throw, but a little bit out of bounds, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
That was a great job by Tilford. Probably the maximum amount of contact allowed without a flag there. Positioned him to where he was kind of telling him, hey, you can catch this one, but your feet aren't coming down in bounds.
Yeah, I think that was what he did. The critical thing is he didn't give him a lot of room to work with over there and kind of cut off the escape route. So a big stop right now for the Beavers. Now, stop's not over until they punt the ball and you have it, but still, good job on 3rd down there as they got Silas one-on-one and Tilford up to the task. Diego Almodovar is the punter. He gets it almost blocked, and the Beavers are run into him. As I mentioned, it's not over until you get the punt, and we're going to have a roughing the kicker call on the Beavers.
Yeah, and that's roughing any way you cut it. Didn't get the ball, hit the punter high.
I believe it's number 47 on the running end of the kicker. That is Edgar Montez, the linebacker, who just barely missed blocking that kick, but barely missed doesn't count. And so we're going to have a 1st down for the Knights. And again, Jordan, we talked about it the last time we were here, actually against Fresno. One of the first drives was stopped, and roughing the passer penalty kept it going, and that was 7 of the 14 points that the Rams got in that one. So critical penalty, going to move the ball all the way to the 46 of the Beavers.
And we saw it too in the Diablo Valley game, just giving teams free first downs. I mean, that's one thing you just can't do, especially when you've had times where you've struggled to move the ball. Don't give the other team free yardage.
So it's Johnson split out to the right, Abbey behind Levi Durrell. It's 2 left, 2 right, 2-by-2 situation for the Knights. They come in at 2-2 with a win in their last effort. Turn around the handoff to Abbey. He's got a little bit of room to get through and get knocked down right outside the 40-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll set up 2nd and 5.
And I know this is a Knights team that doesn't really rely on running the ball too much, but they're kind of establishing the run a little bit here with Abbey on this first drive of the game.
Yeah, you don't want to give a team that's been clicking offensively more chances out there, and that's just what the Beavers have done as we go down, getting down towards 11 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Beavers have not had the ball yet. It's been all Knights. And a second down and 5, ball on the 41. Turn the handoff to Abbey again. He's got a hole again. He'll get through the first line and get down all the way down to the 32-yard line. Another first down for Shasta.
That looked like a little bit of an RPO, and he made the right call there, giving it to Abbey, and Abbey finds a seam on that, and there was just no one in that middle there for AR.
Well, to your point, though, Jordan, the team that's been throwing the ball a lot, really, I mean, you take the penalty out, obviously, but I think probably they've got more yards on the ground than they have through the air in this drive that started from the 20 and has gone all the way down to the 32, so that's 48 yards. And it'll be a first down on the 32. 3 to the left side. Hand off to Abbey again. He cuts through, but he's caught this time as he gets over the 30 and dragged down at about the 28.
That was Washington there on the tackle, and Abbey's probably averaging something about 5-6 yards a carry right now, so why not go that well? But it feels like this is something where Shasta might be setting up for a stab downfield here.
Yeah, if you get the run going, then you've got to honor the run. You've got to honor the play fake, and they've got, as we said, 4 guys with at least 12 catches on the season, so they spread it around with Johnson the main target. He split right on second down. And then there's the play, but good pressure by the Beavers. 3 Beavers converge on the quarterback, sacked back at the 35.
And it looks like that was number 91 kind of leading the charge there for the Beavers. That's Garrett Risley, the Jesuit product, and he's had another big season. It feels like there's just edge rushers galore here with American River. It feels like there's 3 or 4 guys that seem to step up every week.
7-yard loss on that play, and we talked about the fake, and everybody was on the same page. Unfortunately, so was the Beaver defense. Sets up a 3rd and 14, ball on the 20 on the 35. They've got to get down to the 21-yard line here on 3rd down. They'll split 3 out to the right with Johnson on the outside, just 1 to the left. Back behind Durrell, kind of pointing out the blocking assignments. He's going to go straight back and look, but he's got nobody to throw to. And forced out, well done by the Beavers. He lets it fly down the sidelines. I guess he was not out of bounds, and so that will be an incomplete pass. And again, Jordan, the Beaver defense stepping up big. That front line you talked about in the pregame has really made the difference on that one.
Yeah, definitely. And that was Bray there leading the charge on that pressure. Nearly got a sack. And this is kind of an awkward spot now. If you're the Knights, it's almost too close to punt, but 3rd and 14, you don't really want to, or 4th and 14, you don't really want to go for it, but it's too far for a field goal too.
Yeah.
And it looks like they might be going for this.
Yeah, the 35, you don't want to really give the ball up on the 35-yard line. But, I mean, if they get 6 or 7 yards and don't get the first down, that's still, going to put the Beavers inside the 30. So, obviously, you can get pass interference. A lot of things can happen here. They split 3 out to the right, 1 to the left again. Running back right next to Durrell. He goes back. He's going to look. He's going to come back and throw it away on the left side. So best occurrence there, no yards gained against the Beavers, and they'll pick it up on first down on the 35-yard line.
And I think the big thing for the Beavers is how that defense ended up standing tall. I mean, Durrell started this game 3 for 3, moving the ball well. Last 3 passes have been incompletion, so Beavers must have figured something out or read something well, and they started bringing pressure and making them a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah, they got the sack, and then the 2 times that Durrell went back to pass after that, it looked like he looked one place and didn't find what he wanted and then tried to get off it right away. So good job by the Beavers front line on the defense with Colin Bray making a couple of good plays, Washington as well, and here come the Beavers with Jet Harris, the quarterback. Elias Brown has been the running back, over 800 yards on the season. And a fake handoff. Harris is looking deep. He's got Anderson out there. He's going to overthrow him by about 5 yards. and it'll bring up a second down.
And I think that answers our questions about the confidence Coach O has in Harris after last week, letting him take a shot deep on that first play of the game. I mean, why not? That lets the quarterback know, hey, I trust you. I have faith in you out there.
Xavier Porter and Victor Noble, two other wide receivers, come in after this play as Anderson and Baker will come to the sidelines. And, yeah, it looks like they were thinking maybe the Knights will be so concerned with Elias Brown they might give us a chance. So that one a little bit overthrown. And Noble and Porter both come out to the left side as the second down and 10 on the ball on the 35. Beavers with one running back, turn and hand it to him. That's Elias coming up the middle. He'll get 5, a chunk yard, maybe a couple more after contact, and set up maybe a third and about 3.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to give him that 5, which, crazy enough, that brings down his yards per carry average when you're coming in averaging 6. And again, I think you can expect to see a lot of Elias Brown today.
3rd and 5. They got a nice chunk right there, and now Harris is trying to get the play from the sidelines. Jet out of Dixon High School. 6'1", 185 pounds. Coming off a good game. Third and 5, ball on the 40. Everybody to the right. Harris is going to look left. He's going to try to get in front. He's got room at the 40. He's got the 45. Tries to get out of bounds. Tripped up at the 48-yard line. That is Jordan Yoro, the linebacker who made the tackle, but the Beavers are going to pick up a first down thanks to Jet Harris's running.
And that was a good job improvising by Harris there, getting that first down, moving those chains on 3rd down, something that the Beavers have struggled with this season.
So Harris picks it up, and that's first down on the 48. We'll hit Stones McCoy on the sidelines after this play here for the Beavers, as they've got Brown behind Harris. They split one wide right. Harris will turn, hand it right to Elias Brown. He cuts it back at the 50, keeps going. He's going to be tackled about the 46 or 47-yard line, bring up at 2nd and 5. Let's go down to the sideline. Stones McCoy, what do you got?
I think Stones is away from the headset right now.
Well, there you go. That happens.
Oh, I'm getting the cancel signal.
That happens a lot in this business. You know, that's what happens. You kids that are trying to learn the business, that happens all the time. 2nd and 6, ball on the 47-yard line of the Beavers. Harris has Brown right behind him. He's also got 2 wide receivers slotted out to the right side. He's going to try to get one off quick on a shot. He's got a receiver at the 42, cuts back, and knocked down at the 36. A successful first down play for the Beavers, and they'll start it at the 36-yard line of the Knights.
It looks like that was Anderson right there reeling that one in. And you definitely see more of a focal point right now of the Beavers trying to get the ball in their playmakers' hands early in this one.
Yeah, and they are putting Harris back. They've got kind of alternating. Jet goes back or just hands it to Brown, and hopefully trying to keep the Knights off balance. They've got to honor both of those threats. So first down, ball on the 35. 6:10 to go here. First quarter, no score. In motion goes Baker. He'll come back, reset, and they'll hand it to Brown, trying to find an opening. He does find a little bit of an opening, and Jordan, there's that 5 yards and a bowl of dust right there as Brown is going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and right now the Beavers are doing a good job mixing up this offense, keeping them guessing what's next. And, you know, Harris and Brown are both executing, and they're kind of forcing the Knights to have to respect both the run and the pass.
Yeah, give him 6 yards on that carry, bring up a 2nd and 4 to go. Beavers are going to split Anderson out to the left. Also, they've got actually, they're going to split 3 out to the left, trying to spread out the defensive. Knights show pressure. They're going to hand it off to Brown. He goes through. Nicely defended, though, by the Knights, and that's going to be a gain maybe of a yard, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and it looked like Brown was actually going to get through that first defender, but the Knights did a good job kind of bringing guys to that, pursuing them, and Brown keeps those legs churning, but when it's 3-on-1, it's tough to break those tackles.
Beavers had 2 wide receivers and tight end Gavin Correa out to the left side, but went to Brown, trying to cut through on the right side. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Ball on the 29. Under 5 minutes to go. Tight formation for the Beavers. Turn around and it's going to hand off, and we're going to have whistles, and we're going to have flags, and we're going to have all kinds of stuff going on here. And usually that would indicate on the offense. Let's see what the call is. Oh, we're having a timeout. Timeout Beavers before the play. So Jordan, with 4:47 to go, first quarter, no score. Both teams kind of putting together a drive. The Knights were aided by a Beaver penalty. The Beavers have taken over at the 35 and taken it all the way down to the 29, a big third down here. So so far, they've had Harris go back. They've kind of spread it around. Do you see Brown again? Do you see him trying to hit the quick pass?
I think this is going to be something where it's either going to be an outside run or a quick pass for the Beavers. One name we haven't seen yet is TQ Wallace. I think if they're kind of going with that little bone offense right there, then maybe we see a couple running backs mixing in, some moving parts, some different guys getting the ball. But I don't think this is going to be a predictable play here of, Brown getting it. I think it's going to be some moving parts and maybe a little bit of trickery and try to cause some confusion there from the Knights.
And what you would understand is the same thing that faced the Knights back on their when they got down to the 35 of the Beavers. You think this is 4-down territory here. So it's 3rd and 3 on the 29, but it's really, you're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. So it's a situation where you feel like if you want to pound Brown, if he doesn't make it, you can do it again. So you've got some options here. And let's see what the Beavers decide to do as they have congregated with the coaches, and they are back out there with Jet Harris, the quarterback. The Knights give up about 25 points a game and score about 28. So Beavers wanted to put 7 on the board. Again, a tight formation for ARC here on 3rd and 3. Turn around, and we've got a flag right away as the Beavers runner is going to get about a yard, maybe 2, but that flag went up right away. Let's see what the call will be. And after the timeout, they came out and basically, Jordan, the same formation. It didn't look really smooth either time.
No, it didn't, but there were a lot of moving parts there in that Shasta defense.
And we're going to get the offside call on the Shasta defense. So good call on that one, Jordan. That's going to give the Beavers another first down. It'll move them down to the 24-yard line. So maybe that different formation, it looked like it was a fact that they said, we're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, so we're just going to run it on 3rd down and run it on 4th down and do it from this tight formation. But it got the Knights to line up offside, so a first down for the Beavers. 4:35 to go here in the quarter. Jet Harris is the quarterback. He's got the running back to his left. He's got 2 receivers out left. He's got motion going right to left. He's going to try to get rid of it across the middle, trying to hit a slant to Amari Baker, who thinks he was interfered with, but it's incomplete, bring up a 2nd down.
Yeah, and I know Baker wanted the flag on that, but that looked like just good coverage from Jordan Yarrow on that play. He just timed that perfectly, and it's tough on those slant plays, too. There's going to be a little contact at the line, so I think refs are going to let a little more go there. Yeah,
we've seen slant plays a lot over the first couple of games, and it's really tough because there's so many bodies in the middle of the field. Trying to hit those slants over the middle is different than trying to do it out in the hash mark. 2nd down coming up, 10 yards to go, ball on the 24. Brown is behind Jet Harris in the shotgun. Beavers with just 1 receiver out to the left, that is Jaden Anderson. They're going to hand it to Elias. He's trying to get outside. He got outside a little, cuts it back at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. He is dragged down inside the 10-yard line by Gavin Scarrett. But it's going to be a first down for the Beavers.
And we call him the train for a reason. When he gets loose, he's a runaway train right there. Yeah. I think we always talk about the power of Brown, but every time he gets 1 or 2 runs in the open field, and he shows us that speed a little bit too.
Scarrick, the leading tackler, with 37 coming into the game today. The linebacker, number 56, he made the tackle. They're going to put it on the 9-yard line and be 1st and goal from there. Spread Anderson wide out to the right side with Brown behind Jet Harris. And we've got a flag again.
Looks like we had some leaning forward before that ball was snapped.
We have referees that like to throw their flags very quickly in the play, and I kind of like that. They don't like to let the play go and then throw it in there. They go, I can throw that flag right up there. And we're going to have a call. Let's see what it is. It is going to be illegal formation on the Beavers, and that'll push them back to the 14-yard line. Still 1st and goal.
Now, if you're one of these referees throwing the flag, do you think you go for height or distance?
You go for height. You go for height. Well, it depends. If you're throwing it at somebody who's like holding, you throw it kind of at them.
Yeah.
So it's different. There's a lot of technique, Jordan. You're going to have to go to referee camp.
We need to get like a hang time meter.
You need to do that for one of your articles in one of your various newspapers that you work for. No, you just go to referee school and learn what it's like to be a referee. It's not easy, you know. First down, goal to go, ball back on the 14. Harris has Baker out to the right side. He's got Brown behind him. He's going to hand it to Elias, trying to find an opening, cuts outside at the 10. He's got a little room, gets at the goal line. He's hit, he scores. Elias Brown, the E-Train, from 14 yards out. No flags on the play. Beavers on the scoreboard.
And how about Brown putting down the shoulder there on that one? It looked like the way he cut it it was kind of like, what are you doing? There's not a lot of field there, but he finds a way to make it work. And for an AR team that has been playing from behind a lot, it feels like it's got to feel good to have an opening drive touchdown right there.
And give some credit, Jordan, to that offensive line who have got the E-Train moving. Here we're going to line up for Cameron Smith behind Vasquez, who's the holder. Vasquez is going to go for the two-pointer. He throws it out to the right side, and they score. Julian Vasquez, the backup quarterback, and the holder, guns a pass out to the right side to one of the tight ends, and this two-point conversion is good.
And I can't even tell who got that. It looks like that might have been 97, Makai Red, that got that. So a big boy touchdown. AR's
you worry
about everything in the playbook.
You worry about the big boy touchdown because when the big boys celebrate, they bang against each other, and that's some injuries waiting to happen right there. Number 97, indeed.
Like John Correa, actually.
There you go. John Correa is the... You mentioned him in the pregame, not as a receiver. You mentioned him as a defensive lineman, I think. So the Beavers come up with a two-point conversion. They lead this one 8-0.
You know, I said coming into this he had to have a big game. I will say I did not have a receiving touchdown for him or two-point conversion on my bingo card, but
as
a
you mentioned,
big play for him.
Picked up the D1 offer in the bye week, Eastern Michigan, so that's exciting. And the Beavers come down, they score, they pull off the two-point conversion, they take the 8-0 lead. And again, the unsung heroes, I think, in that drive, the offensive line who got the holes that Elias Brown, the E-Train, rumbled and stumbled, but it was the line that gave him the opening to go through. And so hats off to those guys, the five up front. Cameron Smith will do the kicking. We had Silas back for the Knights on the opening kickoffs. Marion Silas brought it back to the 19-yard line. 3:27 to go here, first quarter. Mark the Fenelmo here with you. Jordan Georgeson, Stones McCoy on the sidelines, Riley the engineer, Chris the scoreboard guy, and Matt Pearson doing the PA. That kick will take him back into the end zone, bringing it out over to the left side. Number 33 for the Knights. He's got a little bit of an opening. Beavers run him down, but he makes it out all the way to the 25-yard line. That is Tanner Dobek, who brought that one back, and he is out to the 25-yard line.
And a nice little return there for the Knights. Gives you a little better field position than you thought you were going to get when he first took that out. And now they're kind of playing from behind. You've already forced Durrell to have as many incompletions in that first drive as he's had all week 2 weeks ago. So we'll see how this defense responds. We'll see how Durrell responds.
He splits Jahari Johnson out to the right. Also, the tight end David Sheffer out to the right side. Durrell, number 10, the quarterback, out of Newburgh, Oregon, goes back. He's going to throw a quick one out here and caught on the knee. It looked like was Johnson, so he'll be down right there at the 30-yard line.
And I think that was kind of something to just get Durrell back into his rhythm there, finding Johnson on that kind of reset button a little bit for him.
And we saw a couple of times the Beavers' defensive line able to put some pressure on Durrell and make him go away from his first target. That time I think he only had one target. It was going to be Johnson on the short hitch play. So it's second down, ball on the 35 yards to go. Durrell is the quarterback. It looks like Diego Garcia is the running back number 23 as they move it over to the right hash mark here. Diego with 41 carries and 154 yards, a couple of receptions as well in the first 4 games of the season. He is out of Central Valley High School in Shasta Lake. Second down, 5 yards to go. They're going to hand it to Rassi. He gets up there, dragged down. He's going to make it all the way out to the 35. Good pursuit by the Beavers, but a good run by Rassi brings up a 3rd and 1.
There was a couple different Beavers that got him, but I think it was Trayvon Robinson that actually ended up making the tackle, the sophomore linebacker out of Luther Burbank High School.
And give him just 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd and, let's call it 3. With the ball at the 33-yard line. So the Sticks, we started the drive from the 26, not the 25. So Rissia is behind Durrell. He's got 2x2 wide receivers. Tilford defending here on the short side. He's going to go quick across the middle, tipped by the Beavers. And a tremendous defensive play. Jordan, we talked about slant plays, and that's exactly what happened. Too many people in there, and the tip for the Beavers.
Yeah, and that was Malachi Red, I think, that ended up tipping that one. And I think the Knights are right now, we're trying to go these quick plays to kind of counter that Beaver pass rush. And right now, the Beavers are finding ways to adapt and overcome.
I would be surprised. I thought maybe they would go back to what they did on first down, do that quick out and try to get the first down that way, as we are 2:01 to go first quarter. They went across the middle, and one of the Beavers got his hand on it, Mr. Malachi Red. So here is the punting. Again, Almadar, he's got it to kick it from about his 17, and that's a pop-up. Look out, Beavers, and it's out of bounds at the 45. They're going to mark it at the, let's see, going to mark it at the 45-yard line. So that'll be about an 11-yard punt, and the Beavers will take over with great field position here with just 1:53 to go first quarter.
And if you noticed on that, the Beavers did not really rush a lot on that, especially after getting that roughing penalty that gave up a free first down. So I think that might have been by design.
Little problem with the snap, got Urquitas off his mark, and he kind of ran out to the right, didn't get the good foot on it, and the Beavers are the beneficiaries as they'll be first down the 45 with Harris.
Looks like that's Wallace in the backfield.
Let's see, I think he's got another running back as Correa goes in motion, resets on the right side. Harris is going to throw. He's going to throw the quick throw. He's got a guy open out here, number 11. That's Xavier Porter, and that's a quick completion, just like we saw on the other side, Jordan. A quick completion picks up a nifty 5 yards.
And I think part of that, too, is, I think Shasta saw what the run did to them. I mean, Brown had 42 yards on that opening drive, so maybe they're going to be facing a few more stack boxes, and that's where these quick passes can work for you.
6-yard gain on the play for Porter. Ball in the 39, 2nd and 4. TQ Wallace, I believe, is the running back in there, spelling Elias Brown. Beavers send 2 out to the right. They've got Porter out here to the left by himself. They're going to hand that one off to TQ. Goes through, actually, that's Sohan, I believe. And Sohan, Akil Sohan, number 8, will get down just outside the 35. He is short of the first down, 3rd and 1 coming up.
And Sohan, the former Grant Union star running back. It feels like they always have great running backs coming out of that school. And we've seen a few of them playing at the FBS level right now with Wayshawn Parker and Green over there at Washington State. But another great one here in Sohan. The big run there sets up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, we saw Sohan for the first time a couple of games ago. 3rd down, and Brown is back in as the Beavers are going to go full house backfield. It'll be the quarterback sneak, though, and that should get the first down by Jet Harris as he crosses the 35, and they're going to move the chains. First down, Beavers.
And a little bit of a strange formation there. It's kind of it's not quite a wishbone or a flexbone, but it seems like some type of variation of one of those 1940s Army offenses.
I know them well, my friend, yes.
You played in a few of them probably.
I did. Well, I mean, it's nice because you knew where everybody was because they're all right in a little tight circle. There's nobody spread out anywhere because we hadn't come up with a forward pass yet. Anyway, first down, ball in the 34. As Jet Harris checks the sideline. Tight formation, just one receiver out. He's going to turn. He's going to hand that one off. Cut back, and that, I believe, is TQ Wallace. Nice cutback. He'll get him all the way down right around the 28-yard line. Good play on first down for the Beavers.
TQ Wallace, kind of the change of pace back here, provides a little more of the speed, and it looks like Sohan's actually going to be coming back in. And, this is kind of a backfield where last year we had a 3-headed monster, and it feels like we're starting to – the monster's starting to get 3 heads here again. These backs are starting to get a little more comfortable. I know they had that ding losing Crawford on opening day, but it feels like this backfield's starting to get familiar.
That's the end of the first quarter. Beavers in possession. Beavers on top, 8-0. We're back after a short break right here on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Back out here at Beaver Stadium on the campus of American River College. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with you, along with the Jordan Georgeson. Jones McCoy in the sidelines. We'll hit him up pretty soon for his impressions of that first quarter. Beavers leading at 8-0. Elias Brown, a 14-yard touchdown run, then a 2-point conversion for the Beavers, and they are moving here with the ball just inside the 30, call it the 29, 2nd and 6. Akil Sohan behind Jet Harris. Harris is looking for the quick pass. He's got a guy over here. It's Anderson. He breaks one tackle inside the 20. He is dragged down at the 16-yard line for the Beavers. A big pass to Anderson. I believe it might be his first catch today, and he's given us a first down.
It looked like Rashawn Boone actually jumped that route pretty well, and Anderson did a good job kind of coming back to that, catching it and turning that into a positive gain for the Beavers.
And broke the one tackle, got inside the 20, and he's at the 16, first down and 10 yards to go. Sohan again, the running back. You can tell it's Akil because he's a little bit taller at 6'2". He's going to get the handoff going to the left side, cuts it back over the 15, rolls down to about the 13, maybe, yes, the 13-yard line. It's a short gain, bring up a second down for the Beavers on the 13.
And one thing you notice about this Beaver backfield, you see it in Sohan, you see it in Brown, is when you go down for these 3-yard gains, the ability to fall forward and get that extra yard, I mean, that's huge, and you don't see that a lot of times in college backs.
Morgan Bryant, number 82, a tight end, and a Del Oro comes on. As we have a second down, ball on the 13, so call it 8 yards to go. I'll call it 7 if you don't mind. Just one wide receiver to the right. They're going to turn, they're going to fake it. They're looking for Anderson, trying to get open. They hit the tight end at the 10, down to the 5, inside the 5, and that is number 82 with that catch.
That was Bryant right there.
It is
the
Bryant.
tight end.
Bryant came in. We noticed it, and they went to him. They got Anderson clear out that right side, Jordan, and Bryant rolled through, and that's going to be a first down for the Beavers. Let's see. No, they're going to – it's short of a first down, I think.
It looks like it'll be
on the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. Okay, they're moving the sticks there. They didn't move the sticks. They just moved the down marker. So that one gets it down to the 5-yard line. 8-yard gain on the pass. A quick out again for the Beavers, and Harris completes it, and he's got Sohan behind him as the Beavers are first and goal on the 5. 13:30 to go here and counting in the first half. They turn around, they hand it to Sohan. He looks for a hole, gets through. He is down around the goal line, but I think they're going to mark him at about the 2-yard line, so he'll have a gain of 3, second and goal.
And I want to go back to that little rollout play to Bryant right there from Harris. That's a play that 3 weeks ago I think probably would have resulted in an incompletion. Harris didn't panic, though, with that pressure in his face, and it looks like he's just on the same page with his guys a lot more than we saw at the start of the season. This is a different Jet Harris than we saw when we were here last month.
And the other thing, too, is that's a designed play, too, because you had Anderson clear out that side by going in on slant, and then you had Bryant come out, and he didn't have anybody near him, really made the catch and got an 8-yard gain. Second down, ball on the, call it the 1-yard line. Turn around, hand it to Sohan again. He tries to play through, keeps going, and we got a penalty coming in after. I think the touchdown is signaled for Akil Sohan, but we had a penalty coming here from the referee. He threw it right at the quarterback spot, which was a weird spot. Let's see what his call is. He's going to call a hold on the Beavers. So that's going to negate the Sohan run and take the Beavers back and set up a second down from about the 15-yard line.
I believe they're calling that on Nathaniel Lynch, the freshman offensive lineman out of Capital Christian High School, now Destiny Christian High School. And now, I guess, silver lining if you're the Beavers, a little more field to work with, a little more room, maybe to open the playbook a little more.
Stop that. No silver lining when you're on the 1-yard line. It's a 10-yard penalty, which will bring the ball back to the 11. So it's second and goal with the ball on the 11-yard line. Sohan stays in there behind Jet Harris. Gavin Correa is in that tight end. We've got Anderson and we've got Baker. Baker goes in motion all the way over to the left side. Back to pass. Harris is going to throw it to the corner. It's going to be caught by Anderson in the back corner, and it's touchdown Beavers. I tell you, Jordan, I thought he might be throwing that one away, but Anderson pulls it in the corner of the end zone. The Beavers are on the board. They lead it 14-0.
And where did this Jet Harris come from? I don't know what he found in himself in Modesto, but this is a night and day different quarterback. That read there, letting that play develop, the patience, and then Anderson, the body control. Looks like he got both feet down on that one.
Yeah, and he could have run that. He also had the running back who was out in the flat, so he had a couple of options, and he made a perfect throw, and that's the only way that option was going to work, and he made the perfect throw. Touchdown Anderson. Cameron Smith is on to do the kicking for the extra point. No trickery here so far. There's a jump by the Knights. The kick is up. The kick is going to go through, and and be good. And I got to believe that Knights were offsides. And they will ask Coach O if he wants to go ahead and move it a yard closer and go for 2. He said, no, I'm going to take the points I already have.
Yeah, I think so, especially when you got the 2 on that first drive. You don't, 16-0.
Yeah.
You don't want to kind of negate that if you don't get this 2 on the second time.
And, Jordan, we had impressions. I got your impressions before the game, so now we're about 18 minutes into the game, and so far it seems like the Beavers have done anything they wanted to.
It really does. And you know what really is impressive about this is that first drive, it was all Elias Brown, it felt like. And, I mean, Sohan had a good drive on that second drive right there, but that felt like it was a lot of Jet Harris really coming out. So now the Beavers have shown, hey, we can run the ball with a few different backs. We can put the ball in the air, and you've got to be feeling really good if you're on that Beavers sideline right now, especially if you're the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and again, another nod to the offensive line who were very instrumental. And again, what you said, Jordan, watching Jet Harris and watching the poise he had on that touchdown play to go ahead and go through a couple of different options, not get, rushed or anything. He rolls out of the pocket. And I think that they've had a lot of quick hitters, and that really helped his confidence so far here in the first quarter and first 3 minutes. A lot of their routes have called for the quick hitters, and they have converted those, and I think they've got him that confidence. And on the other side, we talked about Levi Durrell and Shasta. He either has been really good or not so good, and so far the Beavers have held him in check.
And they've done a good job making him uncomfortable, too, kind of keeping him guessing a little bit and then adjusting to whatever the Knights are kind of throwing at them to counter what the Beavers do.
Cam Smith will kick it off again. He's got Silas back there to receive, and another receiver as well. I can't tell the number in the back right there. And here's Smith. Last time he put it right on the goal line, and this time it's going to be on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, picked up over there by Silas. I believe he's going to get back out to the 20, and then he's hit and driven backwards, and it will be first down on about the 21 yard line.
And I believe that was actually DeAndre Irvin returning that one for them. And again, another time where the Beavers are kind of the kick return and that special team is leaving the Knights with a long field, something that kind of hurt the Beavers in the past too. We saw them give up some long returns, so they're doing a good job kind of putting the defense in a successful position.
And ball on the 20-yard line, Irvin, number 15, with the return. Give him 18 yards on the return. It's a first down. Durrell's got 2 out to the left side here. Beavers showing a little pressure, going to back off. It's going to be handoff around the left side. Got a little bit of running room. Nice pursuit by the Beavers, pulled down at the 24. So a 4-yard gain, set up a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Diallo Washington getting the tackle there. Another name, or another time we're calling his name. And like we said, a guy that they missed. He went down, and I believe it was that Fresno game pretty early on, and you could feel his presence missed while he was out there.
4-yard gain for the Knights on that one. And they'll set up a 2nd and 6. Motion again, that handoff is faked, and Durrell's going to keep it and try to get up the middle. He might get up to just short of the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It could be a first down. And Jordan, we mentioned Durrell with over 100 yards rushing in the first 4 games, so he is a dual threat, and that's the first time we've seen him take off in this one.
Hey, how about Durrell putting his shoulder down too? I mean, 6'3", 210, that's not a small guy to be tackling.
No.
And you love to see a quarterback that's not afraid to put his shoulder down and go into some contact.
They give him the first down, so it's 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. He's got 2 wide receivers out left. The single back behind him, I believe, is Jason Abbey. The count had the Beavers jumping off, but ball not snapped. 11:15 to go here. First half, Beavers lead at 15-0. Durrell back to pass, gets it out to the side. It's completed at the 39, instantly tackled, but it's a good gain for the Knights, and it'll set up a 2nd and 1.
That little out route has been working well for them. That was good coverage there by Ken Tilford, but still an 8-yard gain. And again, I think this is them trying to kind of find a rhythm for Durrell and let him get comfortable.
8-yard gain, make it 2nd and 2 on the 38. Two out to the right, 2 out to the left for the Knights on a 2nd and 2. Going to be a quick handoff, and the fake handoff with the pass is knocked away. Nice job by the Beavers defensive back to come up there and kind of just gum up the works, and the ball falls down. It's a 3rd down coming up.
I think that was Tilford again kind of leading that charge, and that pass was probably about as minimally forward as it could be.
Yeah,
almost
it really
a fumble
was.
and a disaster there.
And Tilford took his intended target, pushed him back into the intended receiver, and chaos ensued and brings up 3rd down on the 38. Motion again, the handoff No, it's Durrell holding on to it, cuts back, makes a nice run, and gets up all the way to the 45-yard line, sets up a first down for the Knights.
And a sign of a good read option right there is when you fool the broadcasters, and I think everyone thought that ball was actually going to in the hands of number 23, Diego Rico, and instead it's Durrell, and he gets a first down.
They showed the motion. They did the handoff, and then showed the motion and faked it. We haven't seen that particular series before. As we go down to 10 minutes to go the first half, it's a first down on the 45-yard line of the Shasta College Knights. 2-2 on the season, coming off a win over Diablo Valley. Durrell fakes the short pass, goes deep down the line. He's got a man open. At the 30, got it, cuts it back at the 20, dragged down at the 15-yard line, make it the 14. And that's the first big pass play we've seen from the Knights.
A 31-yard gain there for Durrell. Nice double move by Jahari Johnson, sold by that pump fake from Durrell, and I think the Beavers bit seeing all those quick passes and a big strike there, and now the Knights are cooking.
Yeah, you mentioned Tilford jumping on that one beforehand. He jumped on that one a little bit too quickly, and Johnson got by him. And the Beavers dragged down Johnson inside the 15, call it the 14, 1st and 10. Durrell's looking to pass again across the middle. He's got a man just off his hands. That is Jahari Johnson, who was cutting across the middle. We talk about the slants, Jordan. That one he had an open lane, just couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and if he had that one too, that's trotting in for 6 right there. Just a little bit, the timing was off. I don't know if that was maybe Durrell throwing it early or Johnson not quite being where Durrell thought he was going to be.
Well, you talk about Harris looking more confident, I think, in the last couple of plays. Maybe since they've mixed in a couple of runs. Durrell also looking a lot more confident out of Newburgh, Oregon, Mr. Levi Durrell. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, to short side. He's looking to maybe dish it off. He does, but it's defended very well by the Beavers. Jason Abbott, the intended target, but smelling it out right away, Jordan, was number 48 on that one. That's Stravain Robinson, and he was right on the defensive play.
Yeah, and I think with the pursuit that was coming there, an incomplete pass was probably the best result for Shasta, because that could have been a fumble, and there was nothing but green and a lot of blue jerseys there.
It's 3rd down, ball on the 14, just inside the 15. Obviously 4 down. Well, they might kick a field goal, you don't know, but it's 3rd down. Abbey behind Durrell. Now he motions him over to his left side. He's back. He's under a little bit of pressure. Looks like might be in hole. He's got the pass off on the goal line and incomplete. Nicely defended by the Beavers there as Durrell bought himself time, Jordan, which makes him dangerous, but well done by the Beavers to knock it down.
And it looks like Durrell was actually looking for tight end David Sheffer there, and I think Johnson thought it was for him and kind of jumped in front of it. It bounced off his knee, and a little bit of a miscommunication there, and it looks like they're going to have to settle for 3 now.
Well, Sheffer, as we said, 13 catches, 150 yards and a touchdown, so the tight end averaging almost 12 yards of reception. And now we've got a kick. It's going to be Diego Almodovar Euquides. That kick is up, and it is good. I think that's 36, not 26.
I believe so.
Travis Ross. So Travis Ross out of Lassen High in Susanville puts it through for the Knights. They are up on the board.
And if you're the Beavers, I feel like even though you gave up points on that drive, that kind of has to feel like a win, especially after you gave up that chunk play. For this defense to stand tall in the red zone and still lead with a 2-score lead after that one, I think you're feeling pretty good if you're the defense.
31-yard field goal for number 36, Travis Ross. Yeah, we talked about that chunk play they had. The chunk play, the good thing about it is, you got beat on the play. Johnson got by him, but then he went back and nobody gave up on the play and got covered by the safety on that side and brought him down to the 14. That easily could have gone in for 6 and probably saved a couple of points right there. Ross with a nice kick makes it 15-3 with just over 9 minutes to go. But his confidence, we said, as Durrell looked, and it looked like the Knights might have opened up their passing game a little bit on that drive.
A little bit. And the other thing I noticed about that, too, is I think in a way to kind of counter AR's pressure is there were a lot more hard counts, it felt like, to try to mix things up and maybe get that defense jumping. And as you saw as a result, the Beavers didn't really bring as much pressure as they had on those first 2 drives, so they could avoid giving up those free yards.
Ross will be kicking off. After this kickoff, we'll go down and chat with Mr. Stones McCoy. But right now, the Beavers will return this kick from Ross. That is going to be a short kick, taken at about the 15 or 16-yard line by ARC. Cut up the middle, cut up the left side, and the seam cutting back. There's a wide open spot. I think that's TQ Wallace. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's got two guys to beat at the 10. 5 cuts back. Touchdown, Beavers. TQ Wallace takes it all the way, 86-yard Beaver touchdown.
And how about Wallace almost using the referee as a blocker? It looks like we do have a flag, and this one might be coming back.
That's the best call I ever had, too. Come on. We could have gone down to Stones.
We can clip it still.
Yeah,
that's
true. Nobody has to know.
Back.
Good call by you.
Except
Good
when you put it out
you.
there, I'm going to comment and be like, hey, didn't this get called back?
That's enough out of you, Mr. Mr. Jordan Georgeson. We're going to get the flag is right about the 50-yard line. Get a hold by the Beavers. So if they go from the spot, it'll be the Beavers ball at about the 40. But TQ Wallace comes up the left seam, cuts it back. We don't get to say his name that often, Jordan, but, man, what an exciting play that was.
And, man, it almost felt like last year watching Robert Freeman watching
Yes.
number 5 streaking down the field on a big return. I almost wanted to call him Freeman before you remember it's Wallace.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Beavers, let's see, as we said, the flag down at about the 48, so they'll take it back 10 from there and mark it at the 38-yard line. So Beavers, good field position anyway. You come out of a kickoff at the 38, that's pretty good. And it'll be first down for ARC. They lead at 15-3. Jet Harris, as you talked about, Jordan has looked a lot more confident here over the last quarter and a half, and he's going to have Elias Brown back in his backfield.
Yeah, and Brown, 42 yards on opening drive. We didn't see him on that second drive. We'll see if they go to his well early here.
Well, we know TQ is kind of tired, so he probably won't come in for a little bit. 3 out to the right, 1 to the left for Jet Harris. He's got Brown behind him. He's going to turn and hand it to the E-Train. Cuts it back, and well done by the Knights to stack that one up. I think they're going to give him a yard, but it'll be second down and 9 yards to go.
Well, it looks like that was number 51, Riley Sereth, that was leading the charge on that one. Just plugged that hole right away for the Knights.
We talked about this with the Knights, but when you've got an E-Train like an Elias Brown in there, it makes that play action fake a little bit more successful too. So let's see if maybe the Beavers go that route as they make a couple of substitutions here for second down. Ball on the 39-yard line. 8:20 to go. First half, Beavers 15, Knights 3. We've got split out to the right side, Jaden Anderson. Also, it looks like Akil Shawn is all right. The fake is going to be a pitch out. Nicely done by the Knights to shut that down, and running it and losing a yard will be the quarterback, Jet Harris. It was a reverse around for the Beavers, Jordan, but there was a defensive fly in the ointment, and it caused a loss on the play.
That was Dominic Menenges on there, and I think he kind of bit on that little juke that was an accidental hold by Harris. It looks like we might get a sideline warning on the Beavers.
Well, we might get more than a warning. We've got a flag on the play. Let's see. And that would be a crimp in the it is going to be, they're going to move him back. It is going to be a penalty on the Beavers. So just a warning the first time, it looks like. So ball is at the 38-yard line. It's third down. It's 10 yards to go. Nick Ekaterinas is in for the Beavers as another wide receiver. He is in motion, resets over here to the right side. They're looking that way. Get a short one out here to Correa, but he's closed down very quickly by number 3, Rashawn Boone. And that is a good play, a gain of 5. It'll bring up a fourth down, Jordan.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Oh, no, never mind. The ball got spotted a little further back than I thought it was. I was going to say it left an interesting spot where maybe you could see a fake punt here, but I think if you're the Beavers, smart thing to do with how your defenses play is punt this ball away.
Landon Richardson, the punter, on a 4th and 4 from the 44-yard line. So with the good defensive stand for the Knights, as we thought we had 6 points for the Beavers, it ends up a punt from right around the 30-yard line. He'll be striking from Landon Richardson. He shoots it over to the right as well, and that is going to go out of bounds right about the 32-yard line. So just about a 24-yard punt for the Beavers, and the Knights actually come out in a pretty good field position, Jordan.
Yeah, I think best starting field position they've had all day in this one, and if you're the Knights, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
You thought you gave up a kick return, and instead you end up forcing a 3-and-out, now a position to come down and make this a one-score game here.
Yeah, you forced the 3-and-out by jumping on a play, making a really good play on what the Beavers are trying to do with that end around, and kind of put them behind the sticks, and they couldn't catch up. And after this play, we'll go down and talk to, as I promised, Mr. Stones McCoy, who I was giving him time to collect more information.
He was just standing there looking at
That's an old broadcaster trick. I sent him down there, yeah. Darrell back to pass. He's got time down the middle. He's got a man open, but can't make it on a sliding try there by number 85, David Sheffer. It'll bring up a second down. And Stones McCoy, what's going on the sidelines?
All kinds of stuff's going on down here on the sidelines. Ken Tilford, the sophomore defensive back, got his left ankle taped back up. He's working on it right now. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into this game. And Elias Brown, little shoulder, getting his shoulder worked out currently. Think he's okay, but he's just shaking it out right now. The training staff's working on him, so we're just letting you know what's going on from down here on the field.
Good info, Stones. Thanks so much. Second down coming up at the 32. It's going to be a handoff. He's got a little bit of room here. Left side and over the 40, almost to the 43-yard line. That is number 23, Diego Rucia, making the run. It's going to be a run of 10 yards and a first down for the Knights.
That little jet sweep play to Rucia has worked out well for them. I think it's gone for almost 8-9 yards every time they've run to it.
Ball on the 43-yard line for the Knights. And, he got the ball. When he got the handoff, he had some green grass in front of him, and he had two blockers on two defenders. Beavers eventually shut it down, but not before the gain of 10, first down. And he is staying in the game behind Levi Durrell. And actually, that's Jason Abbey who's come on. Durrell, quick pass out to the side. He's got a completion to Sheffer at the 49. Hit immediately and drop, but a gain of about 6. He'll set up a 2nd and 4 for the Shasta College Knights.
And Sheffer is a name that we didn't really call on those first two drives. I think it was towards the end of that third drive. He's a lot bigger of an involvement in this drive, so we'll see if that continues in this game.
Yeah, one of 4 receivers with at least 13 receptions on the Knights. They're led by Johnson with 24. Second down, 4. With the ball on the 49-yard line. About 5.5 minutes to go here, first half. Beavers 15, Knights 3, but Shasta driving here on the 49-yard line. Durrell's going to pass it right away. He gets a quick one out across the middle, and that is incomplete. And that's a lot of danger, as we talked about a couple of times, Jordan, a lot of traffic in there.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in there, kind of a dangerous throw, and then it being a little bit behind Johnson didn't really help. That felt like a disaster averted right there for the Knights and live to play for another down.
Yeah, we've seen the slanted Johnson tried a couple of times. Obviously, it's a play they've done. And he's got 24 receptions in 4 games, so it's been successful. Today, not so much. Brings up a big third down here, 4 yards to go. Ball on the 49. They've got to get to the 47 of the Beavers. They're going to split 2 out left and 2 out right, and they're going to call a timeout with Jason Abbey behind center. So they'll take a timeout. We'll take one, too. We're at American River College Stadium. It's the Beavers 15 and the Knights 3.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
.5:25 to go. Beavers lead at 15-3. Big play for the Knights here. Third down, 4 yards to go on their own 49. Out of the timeout. They've got motion. They've got a handoff. No, Durrell's going to hold on to it. He's going to get close to the first down, pushed. I think he might be a half yard short. Let's see where it's marked. Right about the 48-yard line. I don't think he made it.
I think this has got to be 4-down territory here.
Absolutely. He's about a half yard short, so we would expect to see Durrell. That time, Jordan, it looked like it was a little option, but both of them wanted the ball.
Yeah, I think Durrell had to rip that out of Rocio's hands, and he saw something he liked last minute.
Fourth down, ball on the 48. Now it got to go inside the 47. They're going to go from the shotgun. In motion. The handoff around the right side, closed down by the Beavers, but get over the 48 down to about the 46. So good play defensively by the Beavers, but they needed a 0 a zero play, and they didn't get it.
Yeah, and it looked like Diallo Washington actually had the initial pursuit there on that, and it looked like he could have gotten the stop, but a good read by Rosillo ends up turning that into a first down.
It turns that into the 45-yard line, so that's where they'll go first down with 4:25 to go first half. Beavers with a touchdown on the kickoff return called back. The Knights shut them down, and they've taken over, and they have first down here on the 45. And Durrell's going to get that one out to the side. He's got a completion cutting back. It's Johnson over the 35 down to the 33, and that is a pretty successful play to Jahari Johnson, a 12-yard gain.
Nice little sidearm pass there by Durrell on that play to turn that into something because he had someone barreling down on him. It looked like that was actually Diallo Washington again on that.
Yeah, it looked like when he threw it out there, the blocker had already engaged. I was surprised that they didn't call some sort of offensive pass interference, but it's first down, ball in the 33. Abbey is the running back behind Levi Durrell. Abbey 74 carries, 294 and a touchdown on the season. Shasta with two to the right, two to the left. They're going to go back to pass. Going to go down the right side. He got a man open down there. The throw in there and incomplete. Defensively, the Beavers' defensive back was beaten, didn't give up, and kind of just gummed the works up on that one, Jordan.
And that was Jared Quenga, one of the captains for the Beavers there in the coverage on that. I think he might have gotten there a little bit early. He might have gotten away with something there, but hey, no call, and the Beavers end up forcing a second and long and stopping a stab downfield.
Yeah, this is the second time you've said that about one of the Beavers, and I think the thing that probably saves them is they're close to the receiver. They're not trying to play catch up and run through them. They're with them all the way, maybe a half step behind, but they're all maintaining contact the entire time. Second down, ball on the 34-yard line officially. 10 yards to go. Here comes the Beavers with some pressure, and Durrell's going to hold on to it, and the Beavers are all over the backfield. They were kind of selling out on that one, Jordan. It's going to end up being probably a gain of probably just no gain to bring up a third down.
And it looked like it was Ike Kegbu that ended up getting the tackle there on that one. First time we've really seen the Beavers bring pressure in kind of the last drive and a half, and now we see kind of a new defensive line unit coming in here. We'll see what they cook up for this third and long.
Yeah, Garrett Risley, number 91, returning. He's been a standout lineman all season long for the Beavers. We go into 3 minutes. Third down, 11 to go, 30 on the 35. You got to feel this is four-down territory. A little bit too far for a field goal for Travis Ross. Beavers showing a little bit of pressure. Durrell is got time. Now he's got nowhere to throw to. He's trying to get around. He's caught by two different Beavers. He gets back over the 35. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's a big play by the Beaver defense.
And it looks like that was Ike Kegbu again with the tackle from behind, kind of benefiting from some of the edge rushers collapsing in on him, and then he just comes in, cleans up with a sack, and decision time here, 4th and 11, again in an awkward spot on the field where it's a long fourth down, but a field goal doesn't do you any good, and a punt doesn't do you any good.
Well, a field goal is going to be 50 yards, a little over 50 yards. Now, they did this when they were, in the first quarter, they went for it on the 35, didn't get it on 4th down and long. Not surprised. They're going to probably, looks like, call a timeout here and talk it over. So let's take a minute here, Jordan. We have 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Beavers up 15-3. A sense Beavers defensively have kind of done a bend but not break kind of thing, and offensively they've been successful. So I think it all hinges, your first half impression hinges on this drive here for the Knights.
And absolutely, and I mean, if you remember that Diablo Valley game, Diablo Valley getting a score right before the half. I believe it was 15-0.
Yeah,
before
14,
the half,
14-0. Yeah,
and them getting that score before the half just flipped the momentum here. And I think Coach O, if you're Coach O, this is kind of the message you're giving your team is remember that game and remember how big a stop right here can be, because slamming a door shut right before the half ends rather than letting them score one, get this back to a one-score game could be the difference in the end.
So do you expect to see Coach O dial up the pressure on a 4th down, or going to play it safe since they've got, sag everybody back about 8 yards, or do you think he'll try to go and make Durrell throw it before he wants to?
I think we're going to need to I'm expecting Durrell to kind of have maybe a shot downfield a little more, so I think you rush forward, but I think you drop a lot of these other guys and kind of make him make a play, because he's running at about 50% completion percentage right now. So I think you got to kind of bank on that opportunity of making him make a throw rather than kind of giving something up or giving them something.
Right, he's obviously looked for Johnson a lot in these situations. The slant probably doesn't get you the 11 yards, and so Johnson has worked that sideline pretty effectively, that big chunk play you talked about earlier on in the first quarter. So here we are, 4th down, 11 to go, ball on the 34-yard line. Darrell's got Riccio in motion. He's going to fake it to him. He's going to throw the slant. It's intercepted by the Beavers at the 30, 35-40, coming back up 45-50, cut back 40, down the sidelines, and knocked down at the 20-yard line. Number 23, that's Antonio Williams, one of today's captains, coming up with the big play. And Jordan, we talked about those slant plays, and the Beavers kind of waiting for that one.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of felt like they were playing with fire with that, throwing into traffic. I know a lot of coaches tell your DBs, hey, swat the ball on 4th down.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up behind. I think they can forgive Williams for picking that one off. Right there.
That one he had the perfect angle, brought it back about 50 yards down to the 21-yard line. And we talked about the end of the half, the impressions at the end of the half, and that's not the way we thought that the Beavers would turn the field. But now they are on the edge, on the precipice here of another scoring opportunity after the big play by Antonio Williams.
And we'll see how aggressive they play this too, because the Beavers get the second half kickoff. So this is the type of thing where this can really swing this game wide open for
Let's
AR's
see what
favor.
they do as far as they got Brown behind Jet Harris. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it off to Elias. He tries to work his way through, pushes his lineman through, gets it up down to about the 16-yard line before the scrimmage or the scrum starts, and it'll be marked. Let's make it the 17-yard line, so a gain of 4.
Looks like we have a player banged up down there for Shasta. I believe that's number 43, Elia Aurora,
who's one of their top defensive players. I think he leads them in sacks with 3.5, so a big defensive piece for the Knights. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But Jordan, let's go back to that play that Antonio Williams just called. We talked about it right before as far as the slants is concerned. I didn't think they'd throw a slant because you don't think you're going to get 11 yards on a slant. That time he looked away but looked back. That was obviously his intended target the old time long, and Antonio Williams was just sitting out there waiting.
Yeah, I think the Beavers kind of thought maybe something like that was coming. It looked like that was film study paying off because, like you said, he kind of looked it off, almost trying to bait them into not going for the slant, then hoping maybe that turns into something. And Williams just waiting, read that perfectly, and it turns into a huge swing play the other way around.
Absolutely huge swing play, a 4-yard gain by Brown as we wait for the injured player here. So the Beavers with a chance to put at least 3 on the board, but hopefully 7 on the board to try to open it up a little bit. The Knights are coming off a game that they beat Diablo Valley 2 weeks ago, 22-15. We mentioned Darrell over 340 yards in that game, as it looks like the Ruro is coming off the field under his own power, which is always a good sign. So I think that if we're taking an impression right now off this first half, the Beaver defense has held down a guy who came in really hot.
Yeah, definitely, and I think part of this is a Beaver team that we saw kind of struggle with their identity, both offensively and defensively in these couple weeks, and it feels like they're figuring themselves out right now. And like we said, the biggest thing was how do you get the 45% passer out of Darrell, not the 85% passer.
And I think we've seen that there's both of them are there on him. He's obviously a talented thrower of the ball, and the Beavers are kind of shutting down a lot of his lanes, and I think that's a key thing to holding him down. But right now it's Beavers offense, 2nd and 6. Ball in the 17, 1:25 to go, first half. Beavers tight right. They're going to hand it off to Brown again. He's going to cut it back across the middle. He gets across the 15, working his way down close to a first down as he keeps moving. He might have got down to the 10-yard line, and that will give the Beavers a first down.
I think he did, and this is just another one. We see this guy, Brown, just keep these legs moving all the time, and like I say, get off the tracks when the E-train is running through.
E-train is running through. Well said, my friend. 1:16 to go as they stop the clock to set the sticks again. I think it's 1st and goal in the 10. And we're going to get a timeout from the Shasta College Knights. We'll take a timeout as well here. 1:10 to go in the first half. Knights trail the Beavers 15-3.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
1:10 to go, first half. Knights take the timeout, and Jordan, they take a timeout here. Beavers first and goal in the 10. What do you think they're talking about?
I think they're trying to figure out a way to try to stop this Beaver team because a touchdown is not an option here. Field goal at least keeps us a 2-score game going into half.
Beavers with Brown behind Jet Harris. Harris turns around, he hands it to Brown, trying to get outside. Clogged up, he jumps over one tackler, but it's going to end up losing a yard. A tremendous play as the number 3, Rashawn Boone, came up here to make the tackle, and Brown jumped over him, but still a good play defensively for the Knights as the Beavers are going to have second down on the 11-yard line.
That was a good job by Shasta kind of closing that out because it looked like Brown actually, when he bounced it out at first, it looked like the wrong read. That looked like the right read, and that Shasta defense just closed it, took away that upfield option for him.
Well, you figure if you're defending against the Beavers close to the goal line, Elias Brown's going to be job one, and then you're going to think maybe about an Anderson or a Baker or one of the tight ends, but Elias is going to be the first thing you think about. Beavers stretch 3 out to the left. Now here comes motion for Amari Baker to come over to the right side. Brown to the left of Harris. Harris back to pass, looking for the, he's got a guy wide open at the 11, 10, cut back at the 5, hit at the goal line, and he is in the goal. Touchdown, Beavers.
And that was Luis Torres, so Jet Harris linking up with his Dixon High School teammate there for a touchdown. You got to think that might be something that Coach O has seen them do in the prep level a few times and decide, hey, let's see if that works out here in college.
Luis Torres is the guy, and he was wide open. They were looking for Anderson coming over on the slant, and the Beavers again line up in the different alignment for the extra point with Cuenga, the holder, and quarterback. Excuse me, not Cuenga, but Vasquez. And he's going to say, okay, let's bring it back, guys. We don't have it. They did it the first time, got the 2-point conversion on a pass, and now they're going to go the conventional route with Cam Smith, number 41. We had some movement. The kick is up. The kick is good. And no flags on the play, so the Beavers score with a really, again, Jordan, we talked about this on the last touchdown pass, well-designed play. And they cleared out the side, and Torres was all by himself and made a great cutback in the 5.
And, I mean, it says something about here how your offense is executing when it almost looks like they're still running the script to start the game late in the second quarter.
Yeah.
It's just everything feels like it's working for them. They had the 1 3-and-out drive, but just seems like they're executing and firing on all cylinders right now. And now you're putting Shasta in a weird spot because 22-3, 54 seconds left. They have 1 timeout left. The Knights really have no choice but to be aggressive here, especially if you're kicking the ball away to start the second half. You need to find a way to get this ball in the end zone before halftime whistle goes.
Yeah, and give credit, some of the credit for that last 7 points to the defense, because the defense turned into offense with the big play by Antonio Williams and the 50-yard return to get it down to the 20-yard line. The Beavers eventually punch it over on a pass from Jet Harris to Luis Torres, 11 yards. That is the second touchdown pass for Jet Harris. And this one he had 2 in his last outing. The big win over Modesto back on the 5th. That was a 31-20 score for the Beavers. We also talked in that one, Jordan, how they gave up 500 yards of offense to Modesto. Not so much here today against a really varied and talented offensive unit in the Shasta College Knights. So here's Cam Smith kicking off. He's got Silas back there. That one's going to be right at the goal line. We'll call it the 1-yard line. Bringing it back left side, and a tremendous job by the Beavers throwing down. DeAndre Irving was the freshman trying to bring that one back, and he is pulled down right about the 17-yard line.
And how about Edgar Montez there? He had that roughing
the
punter penalty there, but making amends for it with a big play on special teams there, and giving them an 85-yard field with 48 seconds and 1 timeout. That's about as good of a result as you could have hoped for the Beavers on that kick.
Right, and if you're an amateur defensive coordinator, you're going, well, let's don't give them that big chunk play. Let's watch our sidelines and try to make Durrell throw those short passes where we can drop the receiver right after the completion is made. 1st and 10, ball in the 17. They're going to turn around and hand that ball to Jason Abbey, and he's going to be swarmed under and taken down at about the 13-yard line.
And again, Diallo, Washington on that play. Third or fourth time we've called his name today.
Let's see, the timeout is called. That might be the Beavers calling a timeout. They have two. And, numbers-wise, it may not work out that they can make the Knights punt with time on the clock, but they're going to try to take it anyway, and they want to kind of live off that play. There's obviously the Knights, Jordan, looking to just run it out.
Yeah, I think so. And I think if you're the Beavers, the way your defense has been playing, maybe try to just maximize the number of plays the Knights have to run, see if you can force a mistake. And if anything, maybe someone's just telling Coach O, hey, you actually, those timeouts don't roll over.
No, they don't roll
in the
over.
second half, so, maybe just take some of them. You got to use it.
But you make a great point. Number 33, Diallo Washington, a guy we talked about earlier in the season, and then went down and missed a couple of games, and easy to see the Beavers' defense have really missed him.
Yeah, he really is a difference maker out there. Even if he's not the one bringing the ball carry down, making plays, his football IQ and the way he reads the field and can just patrol the sidelines. He can be an edge rusher. He can be a linebacker. He can be a safety. He can really do everything for you. Just having a weapon like that is huge defensively.
Football IQ for the Beavers defense right now. Can't give up a big chunk play to a team with just 40 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to just rush 3 to Durrell. Here comes the fourth guy coming up the middle, misses him. Durrell gets through. He's got a little bit of room up the middle of the field. He's tripped up at the 34-yard line. A good run by Levi Durrell. As we talked about, came in with over 100 yards rushing on the season. He's given his team a first down at the 34 with 30 seconds to go.
And I know you said we don't want to give up those chunk plays. That was a little bit of one right there, but I also think the Beavers are kind of playing this zone defense of saying, hey, let's not let you get all the way down there, but we'll give you whatever you want underneath or let you kind of take those scrambles.
Yeah, they sent 3, but they brought a fourth guy later, and he had a shot at Durrell, who's 10 seconds to go. He's going to look to the left side. He's going to send one down, and it's going to be picked off by the Beavers. That is number 20. That is Brevin Amiga. And he turned around in the right place, Jordan. He turned around and said, look what's coming to me.
Yeah, it looked like he read that one perfectly, and that was kind of a desperation throw right there. And perfect read by the Beavers and a stamp on about as good of a first half as you could have played if you're AR.
Yeah, it's really, like you say, it's a kind of a desperation heave. And so really, as far as the interception concerned, not really that big of a deal. But for the Beavers defense, it's another thing. Hey, we picked the guy off twice. We stopped him, we held him to 3 points. So it's just another feather in the cap.
Yeah, and it's more momentum going into this half that you already have. And now you have a chance to really blow this game wide open coming out to start this third quarter.
Harris is going to take a knee, and that is the end of the first half from American River College Stadium. The Beavers, a very impressive first 30 minutes. They go into halftime. They lead this one, Beavers 22, Shasta Knights 3. We're back after a short halftime intermission right here on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
got dragged there, and I didn't. What, he's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Welcome to the ARC Halftime Show, presented by Taylor Builders.
Back here at American River College Stadium, Mark the Phantom Low along with Jordan Georgeson. And Jordan, we talked in the pregame about a couple of different things coming in as both teams were coming in off a bye. The Beavers with the win over Modesto, the Knights with the win over Diablo Valley. And the first thing we talked about was quarterback Jet Harris. We thought that he was getting a little bit better on track. He had a really good game against Modesto, and so far he's had a really good game against Shasta as well.
Yeah, and we saw the confidence that Coach O has in him in that first snap that he took, taking the stab downfield. He was a little off on his timing with Anderson, but I think that's the only throw where his timing has been off this game because he's been connected with his guys. He's been, running the play action, rolling out, making short throws, long throws, screens, everything they've asked him to do, he's delivered on for this team.
And the second thing we talked about, it was a plus for the Beavers, the E-Train Elias Brown, who came in here, has had a really good first half. And also, part and parcel of that, we can't really talk about him or Sohan or any of the running backs without mentioning that offensive line, which has done a great job, not only opening holes up for Brown and for the others, but also protecting Jet Harris.
Yeah, doing that, and also doing that penalty-free, mistake-free. The only holding flag we have, I think, was on the kick return for a touchdown. But, the Beavers have to have close to 100 yards rushing, if not over 100 yards already. And to do that cleanly without getting these penalties that we saw hindering drives, putting them behind the sticks, stuff like that in these first couple games, whatever you're supposed to do in these bye weeks of cleaning things up, Coach O has done a great job. And hats off to this staff for getting that O-line right, getting guys on the same page. And like we said a few times, this Beavers offense looks to be running like a finely tuned machine, a well-oiled machine compared to what we saw about a month ago when we left here after that, what was it, the Fresno game? I believe.
We got to give credit to TQ Wallace. I mean, there's a thing in soccer. There's shots on goal, but there's also, that's SOG, there's also SNOG, shots nearly on goal, which are shots that are good shots, but they don't go on the goal. This is a kickoff returns nearly a touchdown. As TQ took one all the way back 86 yards, it was nullified by a holding penalty. But we still got to mention what a great piece of open field running. What you gave him the ultimate compliment reminded you of the electrifying Robert Freeman.
It really did. It's a number 5 jersey too. I know there's some schools where numbers are kind of sacred. I know the Raiders only give 24 out to certain players. Maybe number 5 is only the kick returners that can make electric plays. And I almost felt bad for Wallace on there because as the ref is calling the holding call, he's getting mobbed by his teammates. I'm like, who's going to tell him? I mean, it looked like no one told him yet.
It'd be great if no one did.
That would be
so
He's like, hey, they
awesome.
didn't put my touchdown up on the board.
No,
like, it's up there.
It's up there now, TQ, no problem. And let's go over to the other side as we have Levi Durrell coming in, the quarterback for the Shasta College Knights. He has really impressive stats over the season, 65% completion, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, and his last game threw for 346. But I think it's a combination of good defensive back coverage, but also pressure enough from the defensive line to make him hurry his throws.
Enough of a pressure and enough of a different look. It feels like no two Beaver defensive drives have been the same. We've seen a lot of pressure. We've seen some zone defense. We've seen some man defense. We've seen them forcing him to throw quick. We've seen them being able to attack deep. And like we said, how do we get the 45% passer, not the 85% passer? And through that first half, I mean, some rough hand stats from up here, but 7 of 19, 70 yards, 2 interceptions. So whatever the Beavers are doing, it's keeping Darrell guessing. And, you know, he'll make his plays when you have a guy like that, and he's attacked him with his legs.
Yeah.
He's made some big throws, but the Beavers are doing a good job limiting the damage and, again, just kind of keeping him guessing. And it's hard to get in a rhythm when you don't really know what the defense is going to throw at you every single play.
Yeah, and twice in this first half, the Knights have had the ball on the 35-yard line, 35-yard line of the Beavers, fourth down, and 10 or more to go. And they have, you know, as we said, it's that no man's land. The first time they had an incomplete pass, and it really wasn't a problem. The second time, the Beavers turned that one into maybe the biggest play of the first half with Antonio Williams with the interception. So that kind of bit him right there, and that's a coaching thing where you go, well, the one thing we can't have is the interception, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and it felt like they were kind of flirting with disaster there for a little bit, or if you're a Beaver fan, kind of flirting with, you know, something like,
something good,
the opposite of disaster, non-disaster, but it felt like it was kind of building up to that a little bit, and it just was a matter of time before the Beavers took advantage, and finally it happened for them and kind of opened the floodgates. We had the pick to end the half, and I know that was a desperation throw, but again, if you're walking into the half going, hey, our last 2 drives have ended in interceptions, we're down 22-3. We're completing less than half our passes. The only plays that are really working are the option. It only works for 2 or 3 plays at a time before the Beavers wise up. I mean, if you're Shasta, you're probably sitting there looking at the drawing board going, you know, I don't know what we can throw at these guys, but they've got to find a way to move the ball down the field. But more importantly, they've got to find a way to get a stop to start this third quarter, too.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. We talked about the Beaver defense, which has been a strong point of the Beavers for the last 3 seasons we've been here. And they gave up 500 yards to Modesto, albeit they won the game 31-20. But they gave up 500 yards, and we talked about, you know, they're going to have to change that, obviously, against a quarterback as prolific as Levi Darrell. And I think the reason they've been able to, I think you mentioned it before, Jordan, you said that the different looks that they're showing them, and I think that's part of it. And I think the other part of it, you know, not to be too dramatic, but I think it's Diallo Washington being back in that lineup.
I think so, too. And like we said, he can do so much for you. You can line him up as an edge rusher. You can put him as a linebacker. You can drop him into coverage. I mean, he really is a jack of all trades out there. And in his size, he's kind of this unique blend of strength and speed where he can do it all. And having a guy like him out there commanding that defense, it's got to just be a breath of fresh air for this defensive staff, knowing that whatever you put him in, he's in position to make a play, and he's made a few plays in that first half.
Well, going into halftime, the Beavers with a 22-3 lead. Now, the last couple of times we've seen the Beavers, we had Diablo Valley. They had the lead in that game and then ended up losing 28-21. Then Fresno, they weren't able to generate much offense, and they gave up 14 points in that game to fall. But it looks like last 2 weeks ago against Modesto, they put up 31, 22 in the first half here, everything kind of clicking. So I would say overall the Beavers right where they want to be going into the locker room.
Definitely, and I think the one thing you're preaching in the locker room right now, if you're Coach O, is, hey, you know, we've had a few games where we didn't necessarily have the momentum going into half, or someone made a big play coming out of the half to steal that momentum. And I think if you're AR right now, you don't want to call a game in the third quarter. But if you're Coach O, I think you're preaching to this team saying, go put the nail in the coffin right now, coming out right here. You have the momentum. You're up by 19 going into this. Make this a 4-score game and make them really have to earn anything they're going to get.
That's George Georgeson. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe. Stones McCoy's on the sidelines. We're back in about 10 minutes after a short halftime break for the second half of this one. Beavers on top, 22-3.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-786-6600. 645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
I didn't want me to
I
sound
don't know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid, and that's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Welcome back, American River College Stadium. Just about to start the third quarter here. Beavers up 22-3. Stones McCoy, our sideline reporter, has been talking to everybody down there, getting all the latest info. Stones, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I was talking with Coach Hamilton for the Shasta Knights, and just wanted to get his impressions of the first half. Definitely, first thing he said was you got to get the ARC off the field, especially on third downs. They were unable to do that. He was going to make sure that they pressed that issue at halftime. Also, play the run a little bit tighter. They're letting a lot of running yards get out there, and he was very unhappy with that. Also checked on the DB, Alaya Aurora. Number 43 had a bit of a stinger there, but should be good for the second half. Coach O.
Yes.
Coach O came through and is just extremely happy with the way everybody's playing on all sides of the ball, especially the defense. And then he says, if I don't mention this, I'll be upset. Special teams has played lights out today, and extremely impressed with the way special teams has gone down here, so he's excited to get this second half kicked off.
Thank you, Stones McCoy. I want you to tell Coach O that Jordan and I always talk about the special teams whenever we do the ARC games. That's Stones McCoy in the sidelines. We'll check in with him again at the end of the third quarter. Right now, Jordan, we've got the Beavers. They deferred at the beginning of the game. They're going to receive the kickoff here. And before they do, why don't you give us some scores from around the area?
Yeah, so a couple ones from last night in conference play. Butte beat Santa Rosa 49-14. Butte number 2 in the state right now. San Mateo beat Diablo Valley 27-14. And then today, Modesto and Fresno City tied 21-21. And another big one is Sequoia's beating Sac City in the third, 21-3.
Thank you, and that is next week. The Beavers on the road. They'll take on Butte College next week in a big conference matchup. It'll be number 36. That is Travis Ross kicking it off for the Knights, and he's got the short kick. And Anderson will pick it off at the 18, and Jaden cuts it back to the 25 at the 28, and nicely done. The special teams right there, I think that's number 35 for the Knights, and he made an excellent tackle, and the Beavers will start first down. It looks like it'll be put at the 28-yard line.
And that was Giancarlo De Soleni on that one, so fun name to say.
I say Giancarlo Buenos Aires. Actually, that doesn't mean anything, but it was a good one.
I think I ordered that the other day at an Italian place, this Olive Garden, I believe.
It was something Isimo. That's all I know it was. Anyway, he made a great tackle, and Anderson went down to the 28. First down and 10 yards to go from the 28. Elias Brown is behind Jet Harris, the quarterback, with 2 touchdown passes in the first half. He turns, he hands it to Elias Brown. Got an opening at the 30. He'll come and roll it all the way. And like Jordan says, when he's tackled, he rolls forward. He got all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and another one, Brown right there. That's about his yearly average right there, 5-6 yards on the carry. So they're going right back to that Elias Brown well early here.
Opening in the line opens up a hole for Brown. He got hit at 4 yards, fell forward to 6. Second down and 4 yards to go. Beavers on top 22-3 here. Just beginning the third quarter. Jet Harris out of Dixon High School, the quarterback. He's going to move his tight end, that's Correa, over to the left side. He's going to turn, he's going to hand it to Brown behind Correa, tries to cut it back, bounces off one, gets outside, pursued, and let's see, Brown, I think, took him all the way up to the 39. That should be enough for a Beaver first down.
And that was a good job there by Jordan Yoro of the Knights to kind of stick with him a little bit on that and avoid that turning into a disaster, because a good job by Brown to bounce that outside and move the chains.
Yeah, on the other hand, if he didn't bounce it out, that was going to be a disaster for the Beavers, so good job on both sides. And Brown has a couple of carries and a first down here coming out of the locker room. Under 14 to go, third quarter. Beavers will send Anderson and Amari Baker out to the right side, and Brown behind Jet Harris, the quarterback. Knights 2-2 on the year, Beavers 2-3 on the season. Both teams coming off a win. Turn around, hand it off to Brown. He's got a room from the middle. He cuts it back at the 45, at the 50. Down the sidelines, 45, 40, 30, 25. He goes shoulder to shoulder with Boone at the 25-yard line. Another big gain for the Beavers. That is Elias Brown.
Now, it's actually TQ Wallace there on that one. Showing the speed. I mean, again, you know, little Robert Freeman-esque, and he gets a big play there. Doesn't get the flag to negate it.
Yes, he does.
He's got to be feeling good about that run there.
Feeling very good about that run there. That's just a 37-yard run. Make it 38 for TQ Wallace. And a big running play there. And again, give credit to the offensive line of the Beavers, opening up the big hole. And Wallace taking advantage with the big cutback. And he is back there again alongside Jet Harris. Beavers send 2 out to the wide side to the left, just 1 here on the right. And back to pass as Harris looks it over. He's got a little pressure. He's got a lot of time. He's got a man wide open in the middle of the end zone. The throw's a little late. It's picked off by the Knights, and they're going to take the knee in the end zone. He saw the receiver a little bit too late, put it up in the air, and a nice interception coming in by the Knights.
It looks like he was looking for Correa there, and Samuel Carden just read that well. Got that pick through the contact, and if you're the Knights, that's exactly kind of the relief that you needed, finding a way to get the Beavers off the field. But now you got to capitalize on this. Got to find a way to move this ball down the field.
Yeah,
here.
Just a half second late on the pickup from Jet Harris to Correa, and he gunned the ball down the middle. Well done by Carden for the interception. 6'4", the sophomore out of Rexburg, Idaho, and sets up a first down at the 20-yard line for the Knights. And as Jordan said, that's exactly what Shasta was ordering up at halftime. A quick turnover here, and they're going to turn around and hand it right up the middle. That is Abbey. He's got a little bit of an opening. He cuts it back. He's upended about the 26-yard line. The Beaver defender looks to be still down on the ground there, as it's a 6-yard gain for Jason Abbey.
And that looked like it's Brevin Amiga that's on the ground there, and kind of an awkward tackle there for him. And his head was down. Just
Abbey's got through the opening in the line, cut it back to the right side. Amiga came in with a good angle and upended him, and he is still down. We're going to take a step away here as 12:25 to go, third quarter. Beavers with the lead, 20.
got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Back out here, American River College Stadium. Jordan, it looked like you're right, number 20, Brevin Amiga. And after a couple of minutes down, he got up and he's walked off under his own power. And he looks to be, I'm not going to say he's fine, but he looks to be okay.
Yeah, he looks to be in good spirits. He's walking off, which is good to see, because that was kind of a scary tackle, scary situation there, the way he went down, and just an awkward play.
We'll get a follow-up on that with Stones if we can in a couple of minutes. But right now it is a second down. 4 yards to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. Abbey with a 6-yard run. They're going to turn around. They're going to fake it. Durrell keeps it, and he gets by one tackler. He's got some open room right on the left side. He's got it full field ahead of him at the 30, the 20, 25, 10, 5. He is in for the touchdown. That is Levi Durrell. That is a 74-yard touchdown run. And, Jordan, that's what we've been talking about all day. This is a dual-threat quarterback. And, boy, he got through that initial blitz from the Beavers defense. He had nothing but green grass.
And how about Durrell turning on the burners right there? And if you ask Shasta, I think that's a perfect way to come out in this third quarter. If you ask that coaching, that's how I draw it up.
Yeah.
I mean, come out, force a turnover, get a big touchdown play, exactly what you needed. And if you're the Beavers, maybe, I don't want to say it's gut check time completely, but it does feel like this is one of those, hey, how are you going to respond to this?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to let a team like Shasta, especially with the playmaking ability of Durrell, hang around.
Beavers, the Knights did what they have to do. Now the Beavers have to respond. Travis Ross to go for the extra point. It is down. It is blocked. And we got a penalty on the play. Let's wait and see what the call is. As the try was blocked by the Beavers, but the flag came in.
I think they might get Washington for kind of leaping over the line here.
Let's see. And if it does, then you might get a situation where if they move it in closer, the Knights might elect to go for 2 here. They are down 13, 22-9. So a holding call, number 95 on the defense for the Beavers. That will bring up half the distance to the goal. Number 95 is Malachi Red.
You don't really see a lot of defensive holds
No,
on
you
kicking
don't.
attempts.
Maybe it's to hold the other guy down or something like that and to give you a lane to come up and try to block it. A little bit surprised that Shasta isn't thinking about maybe trying to do something with it, but Ross is probably happy. He wants to take another try, doesn't want the taste in his mouth of that block kick. So the kick will be 18 yards on the extra point attempt. He goes up. That one is blocked as well, and it is through. So deflected and gets through, barely inches its way over the crossbar, and the point on the board for the Knights. And so, Jordan, the first 3 minutes of the second half definitely belonging to Shasta College.
Definitely. That was Washington blocking both of those attempts, but the second one goes in. But, yeah, if you're Shasta, this is about as perfect as you could have drawn these 3 minutes. Like we said, Now you cut this score back to 2 points. You just forced a turnover. I mean, I know you let kind of a big play happen on that previous drive, but you have a little bit of confidence moving in, and you're kind of sitting there like, hey, we can hang with these guys.
Yeah, you had that big play from TQ, but you came out, and again, Jed Harris picked up that receiver alone in the end zone just a half second too late. By the time he got the ball, it was a good recovery by Carden and the interception, and that led to a couple of plays, and then Levi Durrell just turning on the Jets for a 74-yarder. Who showed a lot of speed for a quarterback, especially for a guy, in his case, 6'3", 210 pounds.
Absolutely. He really turned on those Jets right there, and just that showcasing that speed in the open field. And when we talk about his passing threat, but his legs are just as dangerous.
Yeah, that's his 6th touchdown on the ground. And after this kickoff, we'll go down to Stones McCoy. Right now it's Travis Ross going to kick it off to the Beavers. Another short one. Anderson again, this time on the 20. Jaden comes up the right side, cuts it through. He's at the 30, he's at the 40, at the 50. We're going to flag on the play, though, at about the 35-yard line. So that one, good run by Jaden Anderson, but I think that one's going to come back. Let's see. While we wait for that, let's go down to Stones McCoy on the sideline. Stones, what do you got for us?
Yeah, we got sophomore defensive back Brevin Amiga. He took a stinger in that last defensive play, so he's currently out, but he's being attended to currently.
Thank you, Stones McCoy. Brevin, good to know, and probably good news, Jordan, after we saw him go down there. It looked could be serious, but Amiga was back up, walking off under his own power, and as Stones reports, he is under observation. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in today. The Beavers penalty going to be stepped on back to the 27-yard line. So, Jordan, it seemed like a day of good kick returns and bad stuff happening.
Yeah, and that's one thing you're going to have to address here at the Beavers. Special teams been huge in this, but 2 huge plays negated by some holds.
Jed Harris, the quarterback, as the Beavers with a realignment up there, going to move everybody to the left side. Turns around, he hands it off. The running back coming through at the 30, at the 35, all the way out to the 38-yard line. That's a 10-yard run. That's Elias Brown back in the lineup for the Beavers.
And Brown's first 3 carries of this half, 5 yards, 6 yards, 10 yards. We had the 37-yard run, I believe it was, from Wallace. So this running game is working right now for the Beavers.
Yeah, we talked about, sorry, Jordan, we've talked about the offensive line the entire time, and they continue to deliver. And that one is a first down, the ball marked at the 38-yard line. Mari Baker, who hasn't been targeted much here today. Anderson has a couple. Actually, Jed Harris, not that many pass attempts in this one, as the run game has been working, as you said, Jordan. First down. Another handoff straight up the middle. Another small hole. That time Brown's going to be knocked down to gain of 2. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
And that's another one, though, with Brown, like we talked about, that ability to fall forward. It felt like that was a play where he was getting hit at the line, maybe even a little behind it, so turn that into a positive. But like you said, Phantom, Amari Baker, a name that I don't even know if he's had a target today, and feels like a name we've got to see get involved, especially if the Beavers want to keep this offense going.
Well, as you said, the complexion of the game changed with the interception in the end zone to start the second half, and then the run by Durrell, because instead of being 22-3 on the verge of maybe 29-3, all of a sudden it's 22-10. The Beavers with the ball, 2nd and 8 to go. Harris is back to pass. He's going to get it down the middle. That's well defended by Carden, and that ball is overthrown, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that was Macklin Martin that nearly had the interception there, the freshman DB out of Shasta High School in Redding, California. Now it feels like it's the Beavers that are kind of flirting with disaster a little bit. Maybe some careless throws there, and we'll see if they can kind of settle Harris down right here and not let the Knights hang around and get this back to a 1-score game.
Yeah, it was number 6 Martin, not number 5 Carden, but as you said, usually you see a deep pass. You didn't see any separation right there with the receiver and with Martin. So 3rd and 8, ball on the 40-yard line. Baker comes out to the right side. Ekaterina's with him. Beavers also split one out to the left. Shasta showing a little bit of pressure. They're going to bring one. Throw across number 2. That's Baker, tries to make the diving catch at midfield. And we're going to get a late flag on the play from the side judge. Let's see what the call is. At that time, the ball was thrown, Jordan, and Baker had to try to come out from behind the defensive back to make the catch.
And that was kind of a strange thing because it looks like Jamsley Laguerre he had his back turned, but it didn't really look like there was a ton of.
So pass interference is the call, and Baker, maybe more importantly, Jordan, came off hobbling a little bit. So we'll see the development there. We'll put our sideline guys. I call them sideline stones.
I like that.
Or stone sidelines. I don't know. We'll workshop that. I like sideline stones. And it's first down, the ball at the 48-yard line. Dylan Fear comes in. I haven't seen a lot of Dylan so far in this one. He has been a target for the Beavers so far in the season, but he is out there along with Victor Noble. Number 17 taking the place of Baker. Turn around and hand off, clear the room back to the 50. Good tackle. Brown tries to get away, but 2 or 3 more Knights come in and back up the first tackle, and it'll be a gain of maybe 2, set up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and that one looked like the way the blocking kind of worked out, that Brown was going to get a lot more room, so good job by the Knights to close in on that one there. And we'll see. I mean, the Beavers kind of it felt like a little bit of a gift with that penalty flag. We'll see if they squander that opportunity or if they can take advantage of it here.
Luis Torres, who scored a touchdown in the first half, comes back in, the 5'9" freshman out of Dixon High School, the same as Jet Harris. He is out there, also number 17. That is Victor Noble. Jaden Anderson split far out to the left. He wears number 7. Turn around, that's fake handoff. He got a wide open Dylan Fear, gets it at the 45, tries to get it around the guy. He does the 40, gets all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The tight end out of Lincoln with his first catch. It's a big one for the Beavers, first down.
And Dylan Fear at 6'4", 210 is almost built a little more like a receiver than a tight end. You saw him make a man miss there, kind of shifty, but still got that size. We'll see if he's a little more involved in the second half.
He is marked out of bounds on the 38-yard line, still enough for a first down for the Beavers. Ball on the 38. So using a couple of different receivers is Jet Harris, and that was another well-designed route as Fear went into an area that was cleared out by the wide receiver. First down, turnaround handoff right up the middle. Cutting it back and cutting it across the 45 down, as you said, with that forward lean, Jordan, down to the 43-yard line.
And that was Wallace on that one. I think we might have a flag down here.
Let's see what the call is. A holding has perplexed the Beavers so far in this one. Another sideline warning, and that one is on. He signals to Shasta, but with sideline warnings, I never know what the
It looks like it was a ref on the Shasta side that threw it. So.
Okay, there you go. All right. So they got their warning. So both guys have had their warning. If you throw a flag, it's got to mean something. It can't be throwing a different color flag if it's a warning. That's what I'm saying.
I like that. I feel like a purple flag.
2nd and 5. I love the idea of the purple flag. And straight up the middle, cut back by Wallace. Gets through and is knocked forward by the defensive guy. And I think he might have got down to about the 26, which would be enough for another Beaver first down.
Yeah, I think he'll take getting tackled like that. I mean, it pushed him forward, and it looks like we might have someone banged up here.
Number 55, it looks like.
Yes, and that's
Dominic Meningus, who I think you mentioned his name, made a play earlier in the game, so he went off under his own power, so he looks to be okay. And it'll be a first down with the ball on the 20, says 27, we're going to call it 26-yard line. So TQ Wallace, Elias Brown kind of alternating at running back. We've seen a little Akil Sohan today, not a lot for the Grant running back. Another handoff, this time that is Elias Brown left side. He's going to get good pursuit by the Knights, and he's cut out about the 24-yard line and set up a 2nd and 8.
And if you look at Brown's carries in this first half, a lot of 5, 7-yard carries, a couple 14-yard carries. This time they only limited him to 1 double-digit carry in this. Feels like kind of 2, 3, 4 yards more like it. So whatever happened in that first half, I mean, the Knights are really kind of zeroing in on this run game with Brown.
Well, Wallace has gotten a little bit of the more of the chunk play here in the second half. But, yeah, they've shut down Elias a little bit, but he can break one, as we've seen a couple of times already this season at any time. 2nd down. Ball in the 24 for the Beavers. Harris will turn. He'll fake the handoff. He still has it. Looks to the corner of the end zone. He's got Baker. Baker makes a fantastic catch. Reaches back over Boone and pulls it in. Big gain. Beavers inside the 5. Call it the 2. No, we've got a flag in the backfield. Hold on. This one may be coming back. A tremendous catch by Baker and a hold again on the Beavers. And that will negate another big play.
This is kind of what we saw from the Beavers in these first couple games of the year, and you don't want to make this a habit. I mean, that was a great play there by Baker. Could be setting up a touchdown, but again, now you're backed up behind the sticks, 2nd and long, and kind of backed up outside of field goal range here,
Absolutely, back all the way back to the 34-yard line. And that should be, they've got to go down to the 16. So 2nd and 18 on ball on the 34. Baker, a tremendous catch there. And then straight back to passes Harris. It's a short one to Brown. He's got it to 30 at the 25, tripped down to about the 22-yard line. So a nice play by the Beavers to get back within the 6, but it'll still be third and about 8 yards to go. They mark it at the 21.
Yeah, and that's going to at least make this a lot more manageable now for the Beavers. 3rd and 5 here coming up. You kind of can dip into your bag of tricks. You can keep the ball on the ground. You can put it in the air here. But most importantly, you're back in field goal range too, and that could make this, made field goal. Worst case scenario, you're sitting here still with a 15-point lead.
Yeah, looking like the Knights thought maybe the Beavers are going to go farther downfield, open it up for Brown, who outran his pursuers and turned in a gain down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 13 on that one. 2 to the left for Jed Harris, and we're going to get whistles, and we might get a timeout. Yeah, we're going to get one from the American River College Beavers. So with 6:39 to go in the third quarter from the American River College Stadium, it's the Beavers 22 and the Knights 10.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
.6:39 to go third quarter. Big play for the Beavers here. 3rd and 5, ball on the 21. Jed Harris, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got 2 to the left. He's looking to the left. He's going to send it all the way to the corner. He's got a man open in the corner. Jumps up, the ball knocked away, and we're going to get a flag as the Knights defensive back had to try to recover, ran right into the receiver there, and the Beavers don't get the touchdown. I believe that's Jaden Anderson over there on the left side. He had some separation, Jordan, and they paid the price to the Knights defensive backs.
Yeah, and it looks like he was trying to work his way back for that. And when you don't turn your head as a DB, they're going to call that almost 10 times out of 10. So Beavers are going to get a free first down here and a little more to work with here. And again, you got to capitalize here if you're AR getting down into this red zone. You don't want to come up empty-handed.
Yeah, ball's going to be marked at the 6-yard line. And a couple of times, Jordan, was still a passing game in progress for the Beavers. A couple of times they've had guys open, and really the timing hasn't been there. The ball not delivered exactly when it should have been, it looks like.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little more of that here in the second half, so we'll see. I don't know what's really attributing to that. I know that, it was a little more on the first half, and we saw Harris maybe a little dinged up there, so see if there's something to that.
First down and goal, ball at the 6, turn around, hand it straight up the middle. Brown trying to find a hole. He finds one a little bit, then he's pushed back. He might have got down to about the 3-yard line. No, they're going to mark it at about the 5-yard line. I thought he got a couple more yards than that. Second down and goal.
Yeah, seems like an interesting spot there, and looks like we have Wallace coming in, so we'll see if maybe they're going for a little bit of a change of pace here, maybe go for that speed, try to get Wallace to the outside and see if he can beat somebody and turn it upfield.
TQ Wallace comes on for Elias Brown as Harris gets the call. Big series here, obviously, for the Beavers, who's had their 19-point lead cut to 12 here in the third quarter, which has so far been kind of dominated by the Shasta College Knights. But the Beavers can turn that around here as we go under 5:50 to go. 2 to the right, turn around. That's TQ going to try to cut it back. He's hit at the 5. He rolls it up to the 3, maybe to the 2. And that'll bring up a third down and goal with the ball on the 2-yard line.
And now it looks like Brown's coming back in. This is the type of guy, hey, when you have someone that averages 6 yards a carry and you only need 2 or 3, you might as well give it to him here.
Yeah, Wallace is kind of the shifty guy, and he did make a couple of moves. I think the ball marked between the 2 and 3-yard line, but that was a nice move, even though he's not a power runner, to get it inside the 3-yard line.
It looks like Sohan is in too, so maybe a little bit of that stacked offense.
Got that full backfield there. We've seen turn around there. You're going to fake the handoff. It's a bootlegger on the right side, and Harris is going to score. That's a touchdown for the Beavers. Jet Harris with a little wizardry, little magicianship there, Jordan, and he comes in around the right hand, had that tight formation, and said, no, I don't want any of those guys. I'm going to take it myself.
And you have three big backs there on the field. You have Brown, you have Sohan, you have Hakimi Anderson, the freshman out of Wood Creek. And instead, it's Harris that calls his own number and gets us back to a 3-score game.
Just a good play, good call by the Beavers. 28-10 as we stand right now with Cam Smith to take the kick out of the hold of Julian Vasquez, the quarterback out of Folsom, and he's going to run it right back up the middle, and he is in there, but we're going to have a flag on the play. We might have ourselves. Vasquez just took the snap and went straight up the middle. I think he crossed the goal line. The flag was dropped on the side here. Let's see what the call is.
It looked like there were some people leading early, but couldn't really tell which side was leaning.
They said, the person who threw the flag should get in on the talk, and so they're going to have a conversation right there. As Vasquez has done a little wizardry of his own from the quarterback position as the holder. Offsides on the Knights. That's going to be declined, and it's a 2-point conversion for the Beavers, and they are up 30-10. And we saw it earlier, Jordan. They set up in that kind of crazy formation for the PAT. The first time the Knights didn't adjust, so Vasquez threw the pass, and Correa got in there for the touchdown or for the 2-point conversion. This time, they didn't spread it out. He just decided to go straight up the middle.
And I think because they have that strange little formation to where, you can go for 2 out of there, I think that kind of prompts teams to think, hey, if they just come out in the normal kicking thing, they're not going to go for it.
Yeah.
So good little move by them there. And, again, the Beavers executing now up to a 20-point lead. You're 1 point shy, your most points scored, or second most points scored all year. So got to be feeling good if you're AR, the way that offense executed, the way Harris kind of bounced back from that interception and a few mistimed throws.
Yeah, as you said, we're going to see Beavers have to step up after they gave up the interception and the touchdown for the Knights, and they did step up. They came back and they took it the entire way. They had some help with a penalty in the couple of pass interference penalties, but they came through with Harris with the bootleg around the right side for the 3-yard touchdown run, making it 30-10.
And what's important, too, is that holding call, too, that negated the big play.
Yeah.
We've seen so many times that just derails a drive for the Beavers, and they end up punting or turning it over there. So the fact that they actually turned that into points, but not only points, but a touchdown, I mean, that's got to feel good if you're Coach O and company.
Here's Cam Smith. He sent it down. Riccio, number 23, has it at the 20. He's going to try to cut it back. Actually, that's number 83, and he is hit at the 20-yard line. And that is as far as he's going to get.
That was Anthony Massey.
Anthony Massey, the freshman out of Shasta High in Reading. He got it back. He is back with Silas. He brought it up, maybe give him 3 yards on the return. Great job as we talk about the special teams for the Beavers. And with 4:53 to go third quarter, obviously every point a turning point for a team that's down 20. Durrell came out last time, went 74 yards on his own for the touchdown. Beavers are going to be aware of that and also aware of number 1, Jahari Johnson.
We'll see how aggressive Shasta plays this, too, especially after getting the chunk plays. The Beavers are going to be wary of that.
Riccio in motion. They're going to hand it to Diego. He's around the right side. He is being pursued. He is being dragged down, and for no gain, number 97, I think, in on that play.
Yeah, that was John Correa there. Good pursuit by him, and a good play by the D lineman. You know how fast you have to be as a D lineman to chase down a slot receiver / running back right there. So good play by him. Making that play looks like just a 1-yard gain.
I'm not going to give him any yards. I'm going to call it 2nd and 10 again. They'll give him a yard up on the scoreboard. I will not. It is 2nd down. Durrell with the running back behind him in the shotgun. He's going to get it. He's going to look out to the side. Well defended by the Beavers, and now Correa goes out. He forces him back to the middle where he's tackled at the 15-yard line.
And that's one of those where Correa's not going to get credit for the sack. It'll go to Malachi Red, but that sack happened because of Correa. And then also the flat, the running back down there in the flat, I didn't see who dropped down in coverage, but he just took that option away, and that was basically a covered sack assisted by Correa and done by Red.
A system sack, if you will, because they were everywhere that the Shasta Knights wanted to be, and that sets up a 3rd down. And now with the ball on the 16, they have to go to the 29, make that 13 yards to go here. Let's see if they try to play down the sidelines. They've done the slant plays so far. Durrell's going to look over to the sideline, and he's got a guy open at the 30, cuts it back, and he's driving down to the 35. But Johnson pushed his defensive back farther down the field and came back and made the catch and got a pretty easy first down.
And those double moves have been pretty successful right now for the Knights here. I mean, you saw Johnson get that, and even close on this side. Looked like the receiver here, Silas, beat his guy on a double move too, so those have been working for Shasta.
20-yard gain for the Knights, big play. Beavers are showing a little bit of pressure. You got to be a little disappointed if you're the Beavers getting them into a 3rd and 13 and then giving up that 15-yard shot down the sidelines, which turned into a 20-yard gain for Johnson. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Durrell has time, goes short on the right side, defended very well by the Beavers at completion, but just a short gain up to about the 39.
Now Slade Wilson in coverage right there, blanketing him. First time we've called his name. Sophomore DB out of Folsom High School, 5'11", 180. He's kind of one of those weird hybrid guys where we've seen him play a little bit. He's kind of a safety, played a little bit of linebacker in there too, so.
Sheffer got the reception. There's another quick out to the right side. That's going to be Johnson. He'll get up over the 45 to the 47. That'll be another first down for the Shasta College Knights.
We're starting to find a rhythm here right now for Durrell. We'll see what the Beavers can do to disrupt it like they've done in the first half.
Ball on the 46-yard line. So call it a gain of 7. First down. Going down to 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Durrell turns. He's going to hand that one up the middle. Cut back, nice cut back. And then I think that's Abbey who's going to be tackled. He's going to get all the way down to the 45, give him a gain of 9. And the Knights kind of rolling up the offense here in the Beavers team that's up by 20.
And they're not quite going with a full-blown hurry-up, but they're definitely keeping the Beavers on their heels. And if you can move the ball methodically, you're going to have them gas as you get down the field.
So 2nd and 1, give him a 9-yard gain for Jason Abbey. Sophomore out of Laurel, Maryland. Durrell hands that one up again, and it's Abbey again, and he scoots through. He'll get the first down. He tripped up at about the 42-yard line of the American River College Beavers.
Yeah, you can see the way these subs are coming in and out. These Beavers are a little worn out right now, a little bit tired, so we'll see how much the Knights want to keep this hurry up going.
Yeah, Nolan King out of Oak Ridge. Linebacker comes in on defense for the Beavers. And Durrell tries to get his troops together. He's got 2 to the short side, 2 to the wide side. Abbey behind him. He's got a first down here. He's going to go back to pass. He's under pressure. Lets it go down the sideline, and it is overthrown. Good defensive play by the Beavers back there. I think that's number 10. That's Jared Quinga, one of the captains today with good defense, and Durrell has to overthrow it.
And it looks like that was Correa and Marquay King Johnson that both kind of provide the pressure. It looks like they made Durrell throw that ball a little earlier than he wanted to. And then good job by Quinga, just almost be boxing him out there.
Yeah.
Not quite PI, but just stopping him from getting to that ball.
Didn't have anywhere really for Durrell to throw the ball. And as you mentioned, the pressure didn't help for Levi. So he'll be back to pass. He's going to look. He's got Abbey coming out of the backfield. He sets a slant to Johnson. He is open. He's tackled immediately at the 35. It'll bring up a third down and about 3 yards to go.
And a big hit by Tilford there. Good job by Johnson to hang on to that ball. And third down, and again, if you don't get this, you're in that awkward spot on the field right now if you're the Knights where you have some thinking to do.
Well, 24 catches for Johnson, 485. So over 20 yards a catch and 5 touchdowns coming in. So obviously he and Durrell have a really good combination, really good chemistry working. They're going to hand that one off to Abbey, and he is handled back at the 35 and pushed back to the 36. So that's going to be a negative play for Shasta. And now we've got flags coming in. We got helmets coming off. Let's see what the call here is. Going to be a critical call here for the health of this drive for the Shasta College Knights, as the run itself by Abbey was not successful.
I think this is going to result in a first down.
Personal foul on the defense. So maybe temper got the best of him there, but after the big play, negated by the personal foul, they'll march it all the way down to the 20-yard line. It'll be first down with 23 seconds to go. So another critical error by the Beavers penalty-wise, Jordan, and gives Durrell the ball 1st and 10 on the 20. He's got Recio behind him and 2 wide receivers out left, 2 to the right, the short side. And there's a bumbled snap. Durrell gets it back, but he's going to be dropped. He actually fought his way back to the 20-yard line as the Beavers' defensive linemen were smelling blood there and couldn't get their hands on Durrell. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And a good job by Durrell to turn that into at least something there. And like you said, Phantom, as the third quarter wraps up, kind of some of the things we saw in those first couple weeks from the Beavers, penalties giving teams a first down when you thought you had to stop, starting to kind of rear their ugly head again. I mean, you have the 20-point cushion, but if you're Coach O, I think it's important to kind of take this quarter right here and kind of nip that in the butt right here and get this defense to buckle down again.
Absolutely. We said after 3 quarters here from American River College, our score, the Beavers 30 and the Knights 10. We're back after this short break on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Fourth quarter about to start. Knights first down at the 20-yard line. Let's quickly go down to Stones McCoy on the sidelines. Stones, what do you got for us?
I want to talk to you guys about how fired up the defense is right now on the ARC sideline. They are so behind this team right now. They are willing the offense to get going here. So defense down here is fired up. The ARC sideline's fired up. We're fired up.
And there goes Durrell as he gets it on. That might be a late hit called, and it is going to be a late hit out of bounds called on the Beavers. They had Durrell forced out of bounds, and the push came after he was obviously out of bounds, and another personal foul coming up for ARC.
Yeah, another senseless mistake, and I know as a defensive guy, especially having played defense during my short football career.
Yes, okay.
You smell blood in the water sometimes, and it's hard to rear back, but you got to, especially in a drive like this.
Yeah, this isn't high school anymore. You have to kind of be a little bit more responsible. You had a good play defensively. As Stone said, the defense is really fired up. Obviously, they're fired up out there, but you can't make careless mistakes. Even if you want to just say, "Oh, we were too exuberant." Well, you can't really do that. You're given a good offense, not more than one chance, and you really can't do that with Durrell.
Yeah, eventually he's going to make you pay every time.
Absolutely. So 14:40 to go. Durrell with a first down, the ball at the 8-yard line, so first and goal at the 8. Motion coming, he's back to pass, he's under pressure, throws it for the corner, and that pass is complete to Johnson for the touchdown.
Great throw there by Durrell. I mean, he had John Correa barreling down on him. He ate the big hit and just delivered a perfect strike to Johnson, and these Knights won't go away just yet. 2-score game early in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of football left to be played. Yeah,
and you see why Johnson is so special, working that outside one-on-one, and he just bewildered the defensive back and got behind him. And as you said, Durrell drops it on him perfectly for the touchdown. So 30-16, and it is Travis Ross, number 36, out of Susanville, California. He has a field goal to his credit. He also has an extra point, and he has no good. That one is wide left. So Ross misses that one to the left, keeps it at a 14-point cushion for the Beavers, 30-16. And Jordan, we talk about this all the time. They did it earlier when the Knights closed it to 22-10. They came out, they had a great drive, and that's definitely what you're looking for right now if you're Coach O.
Yeah, right here too. 14:28 left in the game. The way you've been running the football, methodically, big plays. It seems a little early to call something a put-away drive here, but if you can chew enough time off the clock, too, and push this back up to a 3-score game, it feels like with just what's left in the game, it might just be too much for Shasta to overcome.
Yeah, and time may be more important than points, to your point, Jordan, on that one. And when you have the 14-point lead, but you have a team that has a lot of firepower, you have a really good quarterback, a strong arm, you got a Johnson who seems like he can get open whenever he wants to. Beavers have been victimized by that in the past. So you definitely want to go ahead and keep the ball for a while here as we give the ball back to the Beavers, going from our right to our left. Ross will do the kicking.
And one quick update we got from Stones, he wraps up down there. Amiga is going to be out for the game, and Diallo Washington dealing with cramps right now, too. So we'll see how that affects the defense moving forward.
Yeah,
for the
we
Beavers.
talked about Washington. He's the one guy you really want to have in there. And Amiga missing the rest of the game. Not a surprise. Good to see he walked off under his own power. Here is Ross with the kickoff. We thank Stones for that info. And that one is an onside kick almost, handled by the Beavers. Nicely done by number 32. That's Zaire Fortune, who was on the kickoff team, Jordan, and it was in the right place at the right time. I thought it was a shank, but I think it probably was an onside kick.
I think it definitely was, and I think they were trying to get that like little bounce
Yeah.
where it almost becomes like a rugby-style jump ball. And Fortune, I don't think he thought he'd be handling the ball
No.
today, but
Big
now
play,
if you're
though.
the Beavers,
Yeah.
you're getting the ball in plus territory to start. And I think if you're the Knights, almost a little bit of a blessing in disguise, knowing, hey, we didn't get this ball.
Yeah.
And if they put points up, they can't eat that much clock if they only have half the field to work with.
Number 11, Xavier Porter, is in. I don't see Jaden Anderson. Victor Noble split out wide right along with Amari Baker. And the Beavers with the ball on the 48-yard line. Turn around, they hand it off to Elias Brown. He cuts through the 45, down to the 43, maybe to the 42. Good first down play for ARC.
Yeah, and that's the Elias Brown we saw in that first half, a little 7-yard carry, breaking a couple tackles, taking some defenders with him, and I think you're taking your sweet time snapping this football right now if you're AR.
Absolutely. Ball on the 42, so it'll be second down and about 4 yards to go here for the Beavers. Brown with another good running day, came in with 850 yards, I believe, on the season. And he has run the ball very effectively for the Beavers here in this one this afternoon. There goes Brown again. He's trying to get the first down, but he's hit and driven back. Let's see what give him for forward progress. And the Knights think they might have a turnover. Let's see. I thought that forward progress was stopped here, and the ball was going to be inside the 40. And it will be marked on the 39. It'll be third down and 1 for the Beavers.
That was kind of a strange one, too, because the ref looked like he was trying to get order from the Shasta side, but he was pointing his hand out that way, so it almost looked like he was pointing for a turnover.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of stuff coming from Shasta. Tight formation for the Beavers. They need a yard. Turn around and hand it off to Brown. Or that's Sohan, I believe, who got through, and I believe Akil got far enough where they mark it. That will be a first down for the Beavers, a big first down right there on a short carry by Akil Sohan.
Yeah, Sohan, the flying Beaver right there, just diving over the pile right there for that first down. So many different backs they can turn to out of that formation. Kind of the first time we've really seen it this year, too.
Yeah, Sohan stays on the field along with Correa. Comes on, Elias Brown comes off. Also, A.J. Fast comes off. So 12:40 to go in this one. Beavers with a first down at the 38-yard line. We got two wide receivers and Correa over here to the left side. Harris will hand it up to Sohan. He's got a little bit of room, gets across the 35, down to the 33, maybe the 32, call it the 33, so a good first down carry for ARC.
And that looked like a little bit of an RPO. The way these receivers were stacked right here, it looks like the first option was maybe to see if there was a screen play there with two blockers in front for Correa. Instead, Sohan turns it into a nice little 5-yard gain.
Call it the 34-yard line, so a 4-yard gain. Second and 6 to go. This time just 2 out to the left side for the Beavers. That's going to be another handoff to Brown. He's going to try to work in. Sohan trying to get his way across the 30. He's trying to get close to that first down. I don't think he got there. I think they're going to mark that at the 29, which will bring a third down and 1 yard to go.
I think if you're Coach O right now, you're just fine if they're taking all 3 downs to get this first down, because like you say, the clock is more important at this point than the points.
Yeah, and I think at this point it's a 4-down situation, because that field goal is going to be about 45, 47 yards at this point if you don't get this yard. And so I think you just go ahead and go after it again. And they've got Brown out there. Let's see if they go with that tight formation. They show it. Quick hand up. The fullback is Brown. He'll get in there to the 26 or 26 to the 25 and drag himself all the way down inside the 25 to the 24. And that's, he got the E-train on the tracks right there. That's not the fast E-train. That's the strong E-train.
Yeah, that's one of those freight trains right there, carrying that you get stuck behind at the light for a good 5 minutes, a good
Talk to me
mile-long
about
one.
that. Oh, geez. Why'd you have to bring that up? First down ball.
I like
to 24.
ruining your day.
You definitely did. 10:50 to go in this one. Beavers up 30-16. And they've got 2 out to the left side. Noble and Porter. The handoff is going to go to Sohan. He tries to work his way and cut his way back, and this time the Knights are all over it. They'll shut that down probably for no gain, which will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and again, right now I think the Beavers are just going to be methodically doing this. It looks like they got Wallace back in, maybe a change of pace here. We'll see. Maybe this is the first time they put the ball in the air on this drive, but they are taking their time, moving around. A lot of subs right now.
Ekaterinas comes on. He's going to be split out wide right along with Xavier Porter. Porter out of Pleasant Grove High School. Ekaterinas out of Oak Ridge. TQ Wallace. He's going to get the handoff. Gets back over toward the 20-yard line and gets into the scrum. And the whistle's going to call. It's going to end up being marked right outside the 20. He'll set up a 3rd down and 6 yards to go as we go under 10 minutes in this one.
How about the patience shown by Wallace there, kind of waiting for that hole to develop from his blockers and then just hitting it hard, turning it into a positive gain.
Yeah, you're going to mark that at the 21, so make that probably a honest 7 yards to go, 3rd down here. Let's see if the Beavers want to keep it on the ground and take the time, or if they're going to try to hit maybe Baker or Anderson on a short pass play. Wallace to the right of the quarterback, Harris. See if they move the pocket a little bit as we go down 9:15 to go in the ball game. And we're going to get a whistle and maybe a timeout. Yes, we'll get a timeout for the Beavers. So, Jordan, we get this timeout. Let's look down and see if our sideline Stones McCoy is down there. He is ready to go. Stones, what do you got for us?
Well, I got a lot of good stuff, but the biggest thing I got is, did you guys know that there's hot dogs and hamburgers down here for sale?
I did not know. Down there?
Yes, down here. It's just right over to my right. There's a huge stand, and it smells too good. I really didn't want to talk about anything else other than hamburgers and hot dogs.
I understand that.
These? I mean,
if you want to pick up a couple and bring them up here in about 9 minutes and 10 seconds, that is fine.
That's what I was thinking.
Anything more pertinent to report to us at this time?
Actually, what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier, and we were talking about our quarterback, took a big shot in the second quarter. I'm not sure if that information got up to you guys or not, but he's been fighting through that to his non-throwing shoulder all game. So we're here in the 4th quarter, and he's been able to get through this all the way to now.
So that's Jet Harris. Yeah, we heard about that. Thanks, Stones. Thanks a lot on that one. Julian Vasquez is the backup quarterback for the Beavers. That's Stones McCoy on the sidelines. 9:10 to go in this one. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. So Harris fighting through a left shoulder injury. Don't know how serious it is, Jordan, but obviously it's had to affect him a little bit in this one so far. And a big play confronting Mr. Jet Harris here. 3rd down and 7, ball on the 21-yard line. Got Baker out to the right. He's going to look out. There's a slant in. He's under pressure. He lets it fly. It is over the head of Amari Baker, who went in and then came back out to the sideline. That's going to bring up a 4th down. And Jordan, the ball on 21, it looks like we might be bringing in Cam Smith.
Yeah, I think so. And right now, if you're the Beavers, conferring on this field goal would be huge, but you just ate 5.5 minutes off that clock on that drive there. You really only had to put the ball in the air once. You move the ball. I feel like if you're Coach O, that's a net positive right here when you did on that drive.
Felt like that was going to be just a Baker thing to the right, and if Amari could get open, then great, but if not, we'll just throw it away and let Cameron Smith try it out here. It's going to be a 38-yard field goal attempt by Cam Smith. Hold is down. The kick is down. It is up, and it is good. Cam Smith drills it through and brings it to a 3-score game. A big kick right there in 38 yards. You see him on TV, they look easy, but that is no easy feat right there. Big kick from Cam Smith.
Yeah, and the kid that we saw kick some of these field goals at Del Oro High School, big kicker for them over the years, doing the same thing here at AR. And like you say, most important thing, brings that back up to a 3-score game with 8:58 to play. And if you're a Shasta, you don't even know if you're getting the ball 3 more times in this game. So big kick right there for the Beavers.
Right, we'll see how Shasta approaches this now with that being not a 2-score game but a 3-score game, whether that necessitates them kind of trying a little bit of urgency here as they're going to receive this kickoff with a little under 9 minutes to go. Smith with a big kick right there. The Beavers keeping the ball on the ground for the most part and relying on that offensive line, which has been kind of the bell cow for them all day with Brown, with Sohan, and with Wallace running the ball. And so they come out of it with a 38-yard field goal. And as you mentioned, Jordan, a couple of minutes off the clock, which is huge. And they will now be kicking it off to the Knights.
And what's important about that, too, Phantom, is that kick, too, because it makes this a 3-score game, it kind of makes time a lot more of a factor for Shasta. And when their offense has been most successful, it's been when they've kept the Beavers guessing between run or pass. Now you're almost forcing their hand of having to put the ball in the air. And this is where you can really thrive is, we saw them force the turnovers when they kind of had to throw, and you're kind of forcing that again to where they need to put the ball in the air a lot more than they put it on the ground.
Number 4 is Marion Silas. Number 15, DeAndre Irvin back to receive the kick. Silas, a receiver who's come in with 13 catches, including 7 in the last outing 2 weeks ago. Really has not been much of a factor in the pass game for the Knights so far. Smith gets the foot into it. That's going to go back to inside the 5 for Irvin at the 4. He comes out to the left side. Good pursuit by the Beavers again, and to drop him, and this time right around that 20-yard line. So again, Jordan, that special teams, especially on kickoff pursuit, really, really excellent today.
Yeah, the coverage has been great. I think the best starting field position that the Knights have had in this has been their own 32-yard line. And if you're a coach, I think you'll take that over the course of a full game if they're not starting a single drive with more than 65 yards to go.
Absolutely. So here we go with Durrell coming out. He has run for a touchdown. He has thrown for a touchdown. And his team facing a 33-16 deficit. He's got Jason Abbey at number 11 out of Laurel, Maryland behind him, the 6'1", 220-pound sophomore. He's got 2 receivers to both sides, to the wide side here. He's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off to Abbey. He is dropped almost in his tracks. He leans forward, gets maybe a yard, maybe 2, but a play with just 2 yards and going to get time off the clock, Jordan.
And I think that was Correa that kind of had him wrapped up on the ankles there, and then Garrett Risley that came in and kind of delivered the hit for the tackle. And kind of surprising to see them put the ball on the ground right there. I know it's first down, but with so little time left.
Maybe relying on the element of surprise, that not really expecting him to do that. 8:25 and counting, second down. Durrell looks down the right side. He's going to go all the way out there, and nice catch out here. That was Silas, and he makes the catch at about the 31-yard line, which would be right on the money for the time or the yardage they need for a first down.
It looked like Tilford read that well, but Silas just nice comeback route, a route that's worked well for that team so far today. A couple times we've seen it now.
Yeah, Tilford read it well, but he was a little bit too far back to do anything about it, and Durrell delivered that strong-arm quarterback and sets up a third down. They're going to mark that at the 29-yard line, so he's got 2 yards to go for a first down, third down. He's got Abbey behind him. He motions him up to his right side. He's going to go quick to the left side, and it's a slant play, and it's well defended by the Beavers, the ball, and they're going to call a roughing as the defensive back comes in to hit the receiver. He didn't really know if he had the ball or not. He hit him, and the flag comes on, and I don't know about that when we've talked about overzealous defense, Jordan, but that just looked like a football play.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him for a helmet-to-helmet here, but that looked like a play to try to break up the pass there, and like you say, when you're kind of zeroed in on the guy, you can't really see when the ball bounces out. So
yeah, Johnson on the slant, the ball went off his hand, and then coming in the defensive back, who was just making the play he was going to make anyway. And the call is against the Beavers.
Looks like they won't. Oh, looks like they did call targeting, so that's going to be an ejection there for Cuenca.
So that is a disastrous play for the Beavers in a lot of different ways. Cuenca comes off. He is obviously visibly upset over there. Maybe we'll send sideline Stones over there to get it. I don't think we'll get an interview, but we don't do in-game interviews here.
I mean, maybe if you get some more of those burgers or hot dogs we're selling.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Bribe
Tough
guy
call.
with a burger, get an interview.
Again, we've had several personal fouls on the Beavers, which we felt, just showed maybe immaturity or over-exuberance or something. That one, it just looked like, if they call the target, obviously if it's helmet to, it leads with the helmet, I understand that. But Cuenca then would be excluded from the game, so the Beavers are going to have to fill in the defensive backfield for one of their team captains here in this one. The sophomore out of Cosumnes Oaks High School.
Looks like we're trying to get something sorted out here.
Got Brent Green has come on, freshman from Dixon, the defensive back. So he is in the backfield now, along with Tilford and Antonio Williams for the Beavers. 7.5 to go in this one. 33-16 is our score.
Looks like Coach O is trying to get either an explanation for the call or maybe plead his case for
maybe so.
Coenga.
And a byproduct, hopefully Johnson is okay. They were kind of helped off the field. I don't see him on the field right now, so hopefully he is okay. Just a tremendous receiver. Jari Johnson out of Enterprise High School in Reading. 6'2", 197. He is a sophomore. So here we go. Chance Tager is in number 86 for the Knights. Durrell back to pass. He has time. Now he's being flushed out of there. He finds the guy on the sideline. He makes the catch, I believe, number 15. And they are going to go ahead and call that a catch for DeAndre Irvin.
Looks like they're actually calling it incomplete
okay,
there.
They didn't. Okay. Looked like he came up to mark it, and then they said no, he did not make the play inbound. So good job by the Beavers. Bring up a 2nd and 10, ball on the 44-yard line of the Shasta College Knights. 7:22 to go in this one. Beavers 33, Knights 16.
And good pressure again there by Correa, making him uncomfortable. He hasn't gotten the sack yet, but
he's got a lot of pressures. Durrell back to pass. Gets one out to the side. He's got a guy open. That's Johnson. So good to see Johnson back in the game, but the ball was overthrown. Nice defensive back action over there by the Beavers. Will bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and long here. And now at this point, everything's 4-down territory if you're the Knights, and feels like just one stop here is enough to really put the nail in the coffin if you're the Beavers.
I think that is number 22, Cade Dutton, out of Folsom High School, the freshman who was on Jahari Johnson there. The ball overthrown from Levi Durrell. Beavers looking maybe to put some pressure on here on 3rd down. That's just rushing 3 and dropping everybody else back. That's a slant in there to Johnson. He's going to make the catch and get himself a 1st down inside the 45-yard line of the 44.
Another good play there by Durrell to kind of keep these chains moving. And if you're the Beavers right now, I think this zone defense is a little more of, hey, we'll give you these 10-yard plays. Eat this clock, that's fine, but just nothing big.
Especially, they only rushed 3 on that one and kind of dropped everybody back. Under 7 to go here now. They're going to hand that one off to Abby. No, Durrell holds on to it. Great pursuit by the Beavers defensive lineman. Will drop him at the 39-yard line.
Looks like that was Slade Wilson and number 42 for the Beavers. I believe that is Gavin Malloy. First time we're calling his name today, the freshman out of Oak Ridge. He's made a few big plays for the Beavers this season. Good pursuit there by him.
Ball in 39, gain of 5, 2nd down, 5 yards to go. 6:25 to go. And they got whistles right away here as Abby had the handoff. He was dropped. Let's see if there was a timeout called.
Well, looks like Coach O's coming out.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout for American River. So with 6:22 to go, we've got a timeout here at American River College Stadium. We'll take a timeout as well. Our score, Beavers 33, Knights 16.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more.
6:22 to go in this one. Beavers 33, Knights 16. Beavers are on defense as the Knights have a 2nd down and 5 yards to go on the 39. Mark the Phantom Low here. Jordan Georgeson alongside. Riley the engineer working hard today. Chris is the scoreboard guy. Stones McCoy doing a great job on the sidelines. I think we'll probably bring him back for another time after his performance today, as the Knights are going to have a false start penalty. It should have. Let's see. Now the Knights are signaling, wait a minute, they were offsides, which is what I would do in this situation, Jordan. If they charge me with something, I would say the other guy did it first.
I like it. The art of deception. It's
Absolutely.
like siblings. You say, hey, he started it.
If you ever had brothers, you know exactly what they're doing. But I think they're going to march this one off, a false start penalty against the Knights, and so that'll make it a second down and 10 yards to go. Ball back at the original line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line.
That's the official coming and being the parent saying, hey, I don't care who started it. I'm going to finish it right now.
This is what we're going to
do.
Do.
Your sidelines.
Yeah. Abby in at the running back behind Darrell with 6:22 to go. Second and 10. Beavers bringing some pressure right up the middle. Darrell steps up. He's got room. He has a guy open on the sideline, but that is overthrown. Okay, Dutton comes on for the defensive play, but the ball overthrown on the wide receiver, and good pressure right there by the Beavers.
Yeah, and it looks like that pressure was brought pretty much by the whole D-line. I know Washington led it, and it looked like it was Diego Villarreal that ended up landing the hit, and then Dutton ended up perfectly timing that hit. I don't think it was a catchable ball either way, but
absolutely
get that hit for good measure and just in case.
Jonathan Correa had a little bit of a rest. He comes back into the lineup for the Beavers defensive line, lines up at left defensive end on a third down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Beavers look like they will bring 4 on this one, and they do. Correa comes through, the pass out to the side, caught by Silas. 3 Beavers there right away, and he is out of bounds at the 36. That is short of a first down. It'll bring up a 4th and 2 to go with 6 minutes to go in this ball game.
And given that that was an out and that option, it felt like that was more setting up for a bigger 4th down call where you have a few more options. Maybe go back to that read option that's worked pretty well for them here.
Ball actually marked at the 37, so it'll be 4th and 3 to go on the 37 as we go down to 5:40 left. Johnson is going to be split out right. Silas is going to go out to the left side wide. Johnson to the short side on the right side.
Rocio came in there too. They've gone to him a few times here.
Number 23, the running back. Beavers, watch out. We're going to get a timeout here. Timeout this time by Shasta as the Knights notice the Beavers kind of massing the forces there to perhaps a little onslaught on the quarterback there.
Yeah, it feels like they were going to kind of put pressure on him, try to, if they're going to do that read option, maybe get him panicking a little bit, have guys in that backfield, or force that quick pass that they're uncomfortable with. Either way, a stop right here feels like it's a nail in the coffin.
Absolutely. 33-16. We've talked about the Beavers came out. They had a lead at halftime, 22-3. Came out in the second half. First drive had a chance to put it away, a pass intercepted in the end zone, and then the Knights came all the way back, a 74-yard run by Levi Darrell. Brought it to 22-10, but since then, basically, it's been all Beavers as they have the 33-16 lead. They've made big plays, but they've also, Jordan, as we talked about a couple times, as we've talked about all season, also kind of shoot themselves in the foot a little bit too often.
Yeah, it's one of those where it feels like if, you want to find a way to describe it, a lot of time left still, there's something can happen, but
absolutely.
It feels like the most stressful, stress-free big lead of all time right now if you're the Beavers, because it feels like this lead could absolutely be a lot bigger, but also it's still got to feel pretty good to be up 17.
Yeah, and you give credit to the explosiveness of the Shasta offense. For the most part, the Beavers have done a good job against them. Darrell in the shotgun, Jason Abbey to his right, 5:25 to go in this one, a big 4th and 3. He's going to try the quick pass. He's got a guy at the sideline. The pass is caught. A nice catch over there by Silas, I believe, at the 31 will give him a first down.
And that little comeback route again working for them, just finding ways to work back to the ball. It feels like that's been their bread and butter all day when they've moved the ball today.
Yeah, for a short pass, though, that ball's in the air about 15 yards, so that is a really good throw by Levi Darrell. As we go down to 5 minutes to go, tight coverage over here on the right side against Jahari Johnson. Rocio in motion. They're looking for Johnson going down the sidelines. And it is out of bounds. He'll make the catch. And again, Jordan, a couple of times we've seen the defense, and Tilford looks like he is down as he slams the turf down there. Ken Tilford, the defensive back, grabbing his knee, so we're going to have a little timeout. But what I was going to say, Jordan, one thing the Beavers have done well defensive back-wise is use that sideline as another defender.
Yeah, they really have, and Tilford did a good job there and turned his head at the perfect time. You just got to hope He's okay. They're never good when you see your guy coming up, grabbing his knee, especially after what looked like kind of a weird twist and a non-contact play.
5'11", the sophomore out of Wilsey Wood down in Vacaville is one of your team captains in today's game, one of your top defensive players, a top defensive back returning from last year, and he made the defensive play there and came up grabbing his knee. So we're going to take a timeout here, 4:51 to go in this one. Beavers up by 17.
From Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Ken Dilford off the field, mostly under his own power. We will wait and see if we can get anything about him. But right now it's second down, ball on the 31-yard line. Going to hand that one off, and that's hit right away. But Abbey breaks out of the first tackle, breaks out of the second tackle, and makes about the best 6-yard run I've seen in a long time, Jordan.
Abbey would not be denied on that one. He ate like 2 or 3 hard hits on that. Man. He just wouldn't go down, and now good job by him making this third and a lot more manageable.
3rd and 4, we'll call it, at the 25-yard line. He was hit at the 31 and then hit again at the 27, but the sophomore with the 6-yard gain sets up a 3rd down. Quick out to Johnson. He is hit right away, and I think he got across the 20 before he was hit, so that'll be another 1st down for the Knights. But again, making them do a lot of plays, Jordan, kind of ties into what the Beavers are trying to do defensively.
And how about Dutton out there, too, on that corner? I mean, he kind of got thrown in when Quenga came out and has made some big plays.
Quenga and Tilford both have left this one for the Beavers. Durrell back to pass. Here's comes some pressure. He's going to go to the corner. There's nobody there. Looking for a flag. Don't see a flag. Everybody on the sideline for the Knights kind of asking for one, but it's not forthcoming. Bring up 2nd down.
And my guess is they're thinking someone was supposed to be there, maybe got held up, but it's kind of tough to make the argument when there is no receiver in the vicinity because a ref can always say, hey, that was uncatchable.
Making a good point, though, Jordan. We're seeing some new defensive backs. Fortune is out there now. We've also seen Green. We've seen Dutton taking over for Quenga. Also, Chris Butters, who is in there, taking on the wide receiver here on the right side, and that's where Durrell's looking. Now he's going to go down the middle. He's got a guy. It's knocked away. That's a beautiful defensive play right there let's give credit to I think that's number 32. That's Zaire Fortune, I believe, who made that defensive play. It looked like Darrell had a receiver open, and Zaire stuck the hand in there at the last moment.
And Fortune, a name we haven't really called all year, and he had that
Yes.
onside recovery there, now making a big play right there and turning this into a 3rd and long. So kudos to the Beavers backup DBs for stepping up here when they need to.
Yeah. 3rd and 10, ball on the 20. Levi Darrell, the quarterback. He looks to the left. Down the line, he's got a man in the corner, Johnson, but it's off his hands. Jari Johnson had that one. It looked like he was trying to keep himself in bounds and couldn't make the play on the ball.
And a perfectly delivered ball there by Levi Darrell, and almost linking up for 6 with Johnson for I think would have been the 2nd or 3rd time this game. But
yeah, Johnson was the most open I think he's been since that play in the first quarter where he got that one down the right sideline. But I think he's a little surprised to be open. And again, I think he was kind of tight-roping that out-of-bounds line in the left side of the end zone. Brings up a 4th down. They've got to get down to the 10, so say it's 4th and 10 from the 20. 3:41 to go in this one. Beavers up by 17. They flare a guy out. He's going to go down the middle. That's knocked away, but caught, beautifully caught by number 85. That's David Sheffer with the catch. He makes the catch down at the 5. First down for the Knights.
And I know that the Knights are marching down the field here, but they have also eaten about 6 minutes off this clock, and that's not really what you want to see if you're Shasta.
Well thrown ball by Darrell. Tackle made by the Beavers. They turn around, they hand it to Abby. Abby's going to get stuck right at the 5, and that's going to take some time right there off the clock. To your point, Jordan, be a 2nd down and goal.
And I know that Abby's been running the ball well, but I feel like in this situation, the run almost isn't even an option anymore if you're the Knights.
Come down toward 3 minutes to go. You want to score, obviously, as quickly as you can. If you're Shasta, Silas is split wide out to the right side. Johnson manning the left side. We go under 3 minutes as Darrell fakes the handoff. And great job by the defense to go up and block his vision. He has to pull it down and go for the run. He gets a gain of 2, but what a play by the Beavers.
And I think that was Garrett Risley right there showing off the hops. I mean, get up there.
Yeah, great hops. He wanted a quick throw out to the left side. Risley jumped up in his line of vision, pulled it down, had the wherewithal to go up the middle, make a couple of yards out of it. It's 3rd down and goal, and the ball on the 4-yard line, and we're down to 2:25 to go in this one. 2 left, 2 right for Levi Darrell. And we got motion. Throws it to the left side. The slant to Johnson. Touchdown for the Knights.
And that's the 2nd time we've seen Darrell stand tall under pressure there, eat that hit, and find Johnson for a touchdown. And, little bit of signs of life here for the Knights. I mean, they still need a lot to go their way, but they're just finding ways to stick around in this one.
Yeah, that's a well-executed play by the Knights. They had the pressure coming in from that side. As we mentioned, Darrell stayed cool and threw it to where he knew Johnson would be. And Johnson pretty wide open for as close to the goal line. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this a 9-point game, which I guess makes sense in some sort of mathematical formula, maybe a Gen Z or Gen X kind of thing. Maybe you millennials would do it that way.
I think I saw it on TikTok. And
I think that's exactly what it was. Riccio, there's going to be Darrell trying to go up the middle, and he is stopped short. It looked like he did not make it. I don't think they are marking it from the side. No, he did not make it. He faked the handoff to Riccio, tried to go up the middle, and the Beavers shut it down. So with 2:11 to go, the kickoff imminent. It's Beavers up 33-22, Jordan.
And I understand the draw of going for 2 a little bit there because, hey, you still need to score twice to win this game. So maybe you get it there, and then a field goal could win it if you score that touchdown. But now at the same time, you just put yourself in a position that, let's say, you can recover an onside and move the ball down the field. You now have to score 2 touchdowns to win this game, and just feels like, kicking there would have been the better option.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've seen some strange 2-point conversions in this game, so what do I know? But
I think the thing that made them go for it is the fact they go, if we don't make it, we're down 11, which means if we get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, we're still a field goal away. And I know time would, screws that up. But what if we get 2 onsides in a row or something like that? I think that might have been it. Plus, they probably just needed some help on some work on the 2-point conversion. And it really doesn't do much either way in that situation. So bringing out the hands team are the Beavers. Jaden Anderson goes right up on the top. We've talked about Zaire Fortune, who already has a onside kick recovery to his name here today. We've got Amari Baker over here, also Dylan Fear over here. Beavers with just one guy back deep. As let's see who's going to do the kick. It is Travis Ross. The kick is going to go. It's off the hands of the Beavers. Beaver guy grabbed it, and I think it went out of bounds. And we're going to have a penalty. A couple of penalty flags go right up after that play.
Well, looks like some extracurriculars.
Extracurriculars, indeed, and the Beavers go to pull their teammates out of there. It looked like it was off the Beaver, and then the second Beaver receiver got the ball while it was still in play, was knocked out of bounds, and then the flags started flying.
I believe that was Gavin Correa that reeled that one in for
I think
them.
so.
And feels like with 15 yards here and an 11-point lead with 2 minutes left, a first down is really all you need if you're the Beavers to put this one on ice.
They have 2 timeouts, do the Knights. Let's see what we have as the referee said. We're going to keep the information from people. So it is on the kicking team. A good call, Jordan, as a referee. Thank you very much for giving us that information. And it's going to take deep into the Knights' territory, inside the 40, and end up on the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 to go, 38-yard line. The Beavers with the 33-22 lead here, trying to go to 3-3 on the season, 1-0 in conference play. Their conference, the National NorCal Division. It's a very elaborate thing.
That seems like something that should be on
national,
like a crest.
Yes, it could be. I mean, you do need a coat of arms for that or something like that. A family motto.
National NorCal Division.
Yes. What's the motto of the NorCal Division? Unity forever or something like that. I don't know what it is.
No, but it's got to be in Latin or something.
Of course it's in Latin. So the Beavers with the ball, first down, 1:58 to go. It'll be on the 38-yard line. Obviously speaking of mottos, the motto is hold on to the ball.
I think hold on to the ball and just get 10 yards.
Not really much they can do about it. Hold on to the ball.
The motto usually is, hey, let's try to hold on to the ball to an extent, but this time really hold on to the ball.
That's it. It's usually the underlying principle, but now it's their overriding motto.
Yeah.
TQ Wallace is in, number 5, with Jed Harris. Beavers first down, ball on the 38. Turn around, they're going to hand it to TQ. Trying to pick his way through. He does pick his way through. He takes 3 tacklers in, and he might have got that first down. And the Knights are trying to claim that they got the ball, but TQ says, not so fast, sir. And I believe they're going to give him, let's see if it's 10. It might just be a 9-yard gain. No, they're going to give him a 10-yard gain. So they got the first down on first down, Jordan.
Yeah, I think you're okay getting a first down there, but you're almost like, hey, could you have taken 2 plays to do that? So the first down basically ices it. But
Knights are not using their timeouts, so big run by TQ, and the Beavers are content to let this one run down as far as is legally possible before snapping it again for another first down. Ball now on the 28-yard line. Hand off again to TQ. He picks and chooses his way through. He'll get over the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. So a nice gain of 5. 15 yards on 2 carries for TQ Wallace. And as we go down towards a minute to go in this one, the Beavers will have it sewn up, and they will be going to 3-3 on the season.
And I think 3-3 is the important record, but I think the number you said right after that's the most important one, 1-0 in conference play. Like you said, it feels like the season's gotten back on track. This will be your second win in a row, and starting conference off with a win.
And their second 30-plus point performance in a row. They had 31 against Modesto, 33 here, and they left one out there with a great kickoff return where they got the penalties, and they're going to have to clean that up. We'll talk about that more in our post game, but right now, going down to 30 seconds to go, it's going to be one more handoff to TQ Wallace, who kicks it outside, then comes back inside, is tackled near the 20-yard line, and that should be the last one here today as the Knights make the tackle on TQ Wallace. And as we count under 20 seconds to go, Elias Brown comes in for TQ in case there's another snap, but it doesn't seem like it's real necessary as Jed Harris shakes hands with TQ Wallace. We are down to the last 5 seconds, and Jordan, we've got a big win for the American River College Beavers. Our final score, American River College 33, the Shasta College Knights 22. The Beavers even their record at 3-3. We're back with our post game right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Welcome into the postgame show, sponsored in part by Ace Body and Towing.
Welcome back to American River College Stadium. Beavers with a 33-22 win over the Shasta College Knights. Mark the Phantom Low here with you, along with Jordan Georgeson. And Jordan, I think bottom line, we came in here talking about all the things the Beavers needed to do and what they were facing. Bottom line, I think they came out here, and overall, I think you give this at least a B, if not a B plus today.
Yeah, I say you give it a B. You know, it's one of those, we talked about the things they needed to do, and then the first half they did it. In the fourth quarter they did it.
Yeah.
It felt like they got away from themselves a little bit in the third quarter, but overall, you know, there were some mistakes, but still you came out here with a double-digit win. Some things you can fix, but I think overall you need to feel pretty good about this if you're a Beaver fan.
Absolutely. Jet Harris played a pretty good game out here. He had a real nice game against Modesto, put together a good game here. Just one, misstep, and that was the interception in the end zone to start in the third quarter where he picked up his receiver just a split second too late, it looked like. But I think overall very impressive, and including the bootleg run that he had for the touchdown. Defensively, you came out here, you gave up ultimately 22 points, but I think your defense played very well.
Definitely, and, you mentioned Jet Harris, and one thing I think that's important that kind of gets lost in it a little bit because, the offense was sputtering in these first couple games, but Jet Harris wasn't the first string last year. He wasn't even the second string last season. He was, at best, the third string, and he's still a freshman. So, he's learning the ropes here. He's learning this offense, but we saw the flashes. We saw him be able to make plays with his arms, with his legs, make the right read. The timing was right, and then, like you said, Phantom, the defense lights out. I mean, a couple big plays, but there were some where you just needed to tip your hat to the guy on the other side of the field, but they stepped up when they needed to the most, and even that last drive there, I mean, I know they gave up the touchdowns, but the way they played that drive, their pursuit, forcing that long drive, forcing a 6-7 minutes to come off the clock, I mean, I think that's kind of what Coach O was going for. He was like, I don't care if this ends in points. I care more about what you eat off the clock during this.
Yeah, last tip of the cap to the offensive line. Played an excellent game. Jordan, we look forward next week on the road against Butte College, one of the top-ranked team in the state. And I think two things that we have to talk about when they take on a team like Butte. Number one is there's still too many penalties, and the penalties are at inopportune times. And number two, I think maybe more importantly, the Beavers lost, at least momentarily, two defensive backs today with Quinga and with Ken Tilfer. Quinga was out for targeting, and Tilfer was out with an injury. We don't like to speculate as far as that. He got off the field and everything, but he looked very ginger doing it. I'm maybe a little bit surprised if he's able to come back next week. So that's something you mentioned, the depth at defensive back, but they're really going to be tested next week.
Yeah, another one we forgot about too is Amiga, because that one happened kind of before everything too.
Absolutely.
So three of them kind of mixing in right there, but like you said, like we talked about, the depth was showing, but it's going to be a whole different beast next week. Butte, the number 2 team in the 3C2A rankings, coming into this week, coming off a 49-14 win. So that's a team that's going to be hungry, and I think if you're the Beavers, the key to that one is you got to go on the road and you got to land a punch early on them, just like you kind of did today. Take advantage of this game early, get out in front, because we've seen when this team plays in front, it feels like they can control the game, but the moment it's tied or they're playing from behind, it feels like they kind of lose themselves a little bit. So find a way to get out in front early and keep yourself.
Yeah, as kind of further testimony to that, Beavers really controlled the game today with their running game. Really didn't use the wide receivers all that much. Anderson had a great catch in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown, but for the most part, controlled it with the running game, and that is the key. You get ahead, you control it with the running game. You got Elias Brown, you got TQ Wallace, you got Akil Sohan, so you've got good running backs. Okay, that wraps it up here from American River College Stadium, the Beavers with a big win, even their record at 3-3, go 1-0 in conference. They're on the road next week against Butte. Then we're back here in 2 weeks for a big win against the Sierra College Wolverines. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, Jordan Georgeson, Riley the engineer, Chris the scoreboard operator, his son Logan, and our great guy on the sideline, Stones McCoy, we say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
DJ Star.